So, Danny.
Yeah.
You ever thought to yourself, like, man, I love Pokemon cards, right?
Yeah.
I love Pokemon cards. But sometimes getting to Pokemon cards is kind of difficult, right? Because you go to Target or Walmart or a card store, and then you got to talk to people, and then there's like smelly card bros there, and they're like, oh, you're going to rip it or you're going to keep it closed, bro? It's worth more if you don't rip it. And I'm like, hey, man, I buy the cardboard so I can look at the cardboard. Not so I can look at the box and have it collect dust. I'm not playing some long game here, buying as many packs as I can and holding on to them like toilet paper in the beginning of COVID. So in 3 years from now, I can sell them for $15 more, asshole.
I was going to make fun of you like way at the beginning, and then I realized this was your actual literal experience buying One Piece and Hunter x Hunter cards.
So you ever feel like that?
I guess I should.
Do you wish Pokemon cards were NFTs, Danny?
By the laws of improv, I have to say yes.
You do. And you can't shoot me. You can't do it. Not yet, at least. You can't kill me. Violence isn't allowed.
In improv?
In improv. That's what they always told me.
Those are the two rules.
Those are the two rules. Yes and no violence.
Guns.
No guns.
No violence.
It's also confirmed in the office when Michael keeps pulling out a gun every time.
Yeah.
They're like, don't do that, Mike.
That's fair. That's really reasonable.
And then he's like, God.
I want to... let's get ahead of that curve, because there's clearly a market of improv enthusiasts who want no butts and violence.
Time out. There's never been a market of improv enthusiasts. It's just failing actors. That's it, all right?
There's no money in improv.
It's like stand-up comedy. If you're doing the open mic circuit, the only people who are watching you do your open mic is other open micers waiting to do their open mic, all right? It's fucking, like, every asset of comedy or experience is a hollow facet until you fuck a producer or are born from one.
Yeah, well, you know what they say: what doesn't kill you makes you funnier.
Exactly.
So that's why the funniest people are.
That's why I keep
sad.
I go just deep enough on my wrists. That's it, baby. I'm stacking
That's
humor.
where the comedy juice is at.
It's fucking straight. It's right behind the marrow. So, anyways, you ever wished that Pokemon was more addictive to children and more readily available? Because boy, oh boy,
every day
I have a game for you.
Yeah.
Pokemon this weekend while you were away.
Some fucking dumbass woods.
Doing something stupid.
Yeah.
Pokemon dropped their TCGP, which means Trading Card Game Portable. I think I'm gonna say portable.
Yes, they're calling it a TCGP.
TCGP,
okay.
And it made like $10 million over the weekend. You want to know why it made $10 million?
I was gonna say, what do you have to pay for?
Oh, Danny, I'm gonna give you an experience, Dan, here. And this is gonna get you hooked. All right? I'm gonna go into the shop. I'm gonna buy a couple of. They sell these hourglasses. See the hourglasses, Dan? So you buy these hourglasses with kind of like tokens. So you just buy as many as you can here, and then you can use these hourglasses to fast forward the time until you get a pack. Okay. So you just open booster packs and booster packs and booster packs and booster packs, and I'm gonna open up 10 cards here for you. I'm gonna open up a 10 packer.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I haven't been paying attention. I just downloaded and I've been playing it since you started talking.
There's no way, Dan. You haven't. There's a whole. They make you go through like 10 minutes of tutorials, Dan. It's awful.
Wait, so you have to buy an hourglass to speed up time in which you can get a pack? I have a zany idea. What if you just bought a pack?
Get quirky with it, Dan. You absolutely can. You can use Pokegold to buy packs for sure, 100%. I haven't spent $1 on this game. I have 250 cards. I have like 7 EXs. It is so optimized for free to play like players. Now, obviously, if you want to be like a cheese asshole who's like, I'm building a Mewtwo Gardevoir pack and I'm going to use it in ranked. That's the only fucking pack I see. It's like fucking everyone's just running Mewtwo. It's like, opening card Mewtwo EX. Oh, cool. I haven't seen him before. So what we're gonna do here, Dan?
Yeah, open a pack live.
You're gonna open it.
Okay.
You're gonna open it for me, Danny.
This is such a weird free ad for this game.
Listen. I wish I could say that like Pokemon would pay me to do this, but they wouldn't.
No.
We know they wouldn't.
No.
Pokemon doesn't give a shit about who I am. So you're just gonna open that pack right there.
Okay.
Slice it open for me. And just tell me what you get. If you get a gold Pikachu, I am gonna stab you in the throat. Oh no, the Gizmo
My Gizbot got caught.
Fucking the Gizbot's rolling out.
Tap the booster pack you want to open.
So there's a huge wheel of them. You can spin through. You can choose them, and then you get to slice the top, which is not a big deal.
This is Rainbow Six.
Oh, for sure. But it's
okay. Slice the top. That's cool. I got a Rapidash.
Yep.
I got a Magikarp.
Okay.
0 for 2.
Yep.
I got a Helioptile.
Okay. Yep.
I got a Clefairy.
Nice.
Which is new to you, allegedly.
Huge.
I got a shiny Snorlax.
Oh! Full art shiny. What the fuck?
I got a holographic Snorbore.
Full art shiny fucking Snorlax. So the cards are ranked, level of rarity.
Yeah.
The highest it can be is one little crown, but 1 star. It goes 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. 3 star is basically as high as you get, but there's one little crown, so that's all your gold. That's your gold Charizard, your gold Pikachu's, all that.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah,
that was sick. That was great pull.
Did you have a good time?
I fucking love Snorlax, dude.
Nice.
Oh, he's such a good opening card. So I played this for 11 hours on Sunday.
I can tell.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I also
You're wired.
never knew how to play the Pokemon TCG until now. And kind of in the same way that I didn't know how to play League of Legends until Pokemon Unite. Because Pokemon Unite is absolutely League of Legends. It's made by Tencent, the same people who make League of Legends. Pokemon is the easiest TCG of all time.
Yeah. It's Magic the Gathering for babies.
It's
and
just
so the fact that you're upset that it's not balanced is interesting.
I guess, but it's literally just like, build a deck with grass Pokemon, pull grass energy. You need a certain amount of energy to attack. Once you get it, you can attack.
Yeah.
You need a certain amount of energy to retreat. You can have 3 cards in your bench and 1 active. And that's it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, the game part of it's never really been the appeal of Pokemon. It's just the art. So it's interesting. What?
Kind of true.
Yeah,
absolutely
right?
True. Yeah. The game
not a
itself
hot
is
take.
very easy.
Yeah.
It's like, but like it is kind of fun. Also, there's like a ton of RNG. Like a lot of the moves, it's like flip a coin, and if you get it, you do a gajillion damage.
Yeah.
There's a Lickitung. Lickitung is like unironically, if you have good luck, the best card in the game.
Nice.
There's this thing called continuous licking. You flick a coin. Yeah.
I hate all of this.
Yeah, that's called me on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's just leading into one horrible thing after
Dorothy,
another.
when she gets home Thursday,
continuous licking.
Call me continuous licker.
Yeah, and then you got to flick, you were saying?
You flick and then you lick. If you flick enough, you get a lot of licks.
If you're flicking, then you're licking.
Listen,
and that's the lick-a-tongue jig.
If there's one Pokemon that would eat bucks.
Yeah. If there's one Pokemon you're currently dressed as, it's Lickitung.
Let's go, baby. That's me. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. It's so much kind of fun. Get it and add me, and then we can play together.
Oh, yeah?
We can do private matches.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I was like, oh, man, I'm so excited to play Black Ops 6 Zombies all weekend. Nope.
Nah.
Pokemon
Fuck it.
all weekend.
Pokemon baby. I can't believe it took them this long to
make
release.
a TCG mobile game.
Yeah.
Objectively though, I can't even be upset because like the rollout is perfect. Like it's the original 151, or it's like there's some other Pokemon, but it's mostly 151. And like I said, it's optimized for free to play. There's a ton of content. There's a ranked like combat system. Like there's no cheese. Like the combat's really clean. Like there's a lot of people running the same deck, but there's ways to like beat that deck.
I wonder if this will affect the physical card economy at all. And I hope it does, because it's run by the shittiest people on Earth.
Bad, dude.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like that's the thing, is like it's basically Pokemon NFTs.
Yeah.
Because like you're like, oh,
true,
my account is inherently worth more.
Yeah.
Because I have like some good cards. If you have all of the gold Pikachu, and they're doing trading. So trading's coming out in a couple weeks.
Oh!
So it's
That's
gonna
right.
get fucking nuts.
That's so funny.
I do think it like could actually affect the card economy. And like the thing is like there's no resale on the packs, right?
Yeah.
That's the coolest part about it is like it's raw luck. You can put money in and buy packs, but like at the end of the day, like you can't buy, actually you can buy cards.
Yeah.
So every card that you pull gets you something known as a card point, and then you can use those card points in a store to buy individual cards.
Gotcha.
Which is a really cool mechanic.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's great.
Is this the third card? Third.
There we go.
Look at me. I wish I was dead.
Hold up, Danny. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Shut up for a second. Shut up. Danny, shut up. Please close your mouth. Thank you. Okay. Before we move any further with the podcast, I want to talk to you guys about today's episode sponsor, HelloFresh. The holiday season is right around the corner, and we're all looking for ways to spend more time with our loved ones and stress less. Now, for some of us, unfortunately, those two things might be inseparable, but HelloFresh wants to help in any way that it can. See, HelloFresh makes mealtime nearly hassle-free, with delicious home-delivered, chef-crafted meals that come directly to your doorstep every single week, all for a price that's cheaper than takeout. See, HelloFresh wants to help you get out of your recipe rut by allowing you to make fresh and flavorful and fun meals, all without going on a crazy hunt for specialty ingredients. And HelloFresh pre-portioned ingredients that come to your door every single week mean less food waste for you. See, personally, I've been using HelloFresh for almost 8 years. I started in college, and HelloFresh allowed me to drop 50 pounds. On top of HelloFresh helping me go from 205 to 155, it also taught me along the way how to cook. And now I'm able to cook for everybody who comes into my house because cooking has become the way that I show people I love them. So when it boils down to it, there's really no reason to not get HelloFresh this holiday season. So what are you guys waiting for? Get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/freeotakus. Applied across 7 boxes, new subscribers only, varies by plan. That's 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/freeotakus. The holidays can be stressful enough. Let's mitigate at least a little bit of it. Can I ask if it's the first card game that I know how to play?
That you've been into.
No.
Yeah.
You want to know the first one was?
Is it poker?
Well,
I didn't know if you'd count that.
Actually, yes.
I thought you were going to be a dick and count like Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, I was like, I like legitimately the first card game I knew how to play was poker. My
Yeah.
fucking friend's dad taught me to it. We would play for baseball card packs. No, 2 real guesses.
Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was into Yu-Gi-Oh, right? I was into buying the cards.
Yeah.
Never knew how to play. So I'd go over to my friend's house who knew how to play, and I would just put cards down, and he'd put this card down, and they'd be like, I win. And I was like, well, I'll get them next time. I was like, maybe you're having fun, I'm not.
I was doing that to so many people.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about my liar's dice bit that I used to do?
Vaguely remember this.
I'll run it back after.
Liar's Dice, the Pirates of the Caribbean
Yeah, the Pirates
game.
of the Caribbean game. But like, I'll get to it after I do my second guess. So not Yu-Gi-Oh! I really don't think it's Magic.
It was the first game I actually figured out how to play.
I don't know, like Digimon?
Nope.
What?
Gwent.
Fuck.
First card game I ever learned how to play.
What?
I put 100 hours of Gwent into The Witcher 3. I got every Gwent accomplishment. And then the Gwent video game came out, didn't buy it.
Dude, I played a ton of that Gwent.
Really?
Like, I put in money into
That's crazy.
standalone
That's
Gwent.
crazy.
I was super into it. Loved playing the Scoia'tael. That was my favorite
That's how
faction.
good Witcher 3 was as a game, is that they built in a TCG that was so good it could stand alone as its own video game.
Yeah.
That's a ridiculous flex.
It was very fun. I used to run a liar's dice racket at my school, at my middle school.
You were just lying about what the dice were. And nobody was catching on.
No,
Okay.
it's all about the information you withhold.
Okay.
Because in Pirates of the Caribbean, to catch everybody up to speed, there is a scene where they're playing a game called Liar's Dice, where they throw a bunch of dice in a cup, and then they shake the cup, and they slam the cup upside down, and then 4 people do that, and then you look at your dice, and you're like, 3 2s. And then other people are like, 6 6s. And they look at their dice, and then randomly, somebody is crowned the victor. I've watched that movie like a dozen times. I have no fucking idea how that game is played because there's a bit where like they first introduce it and someone turns to Will Turner and they're like, do you know what they're doing? And for some reason he goes, yes. And then they never explain it to the audience.
They had to cut exposition for like runtime or something.
Yeah, they were like, they like filmed the explanation and they're like, you know what, for safety, Orlando Bloom, just say you get it, just in case the movie's too long. We won't cut the explanation.
Do you want me to explain it to you?
Okay.
Liar's Dice is a class of dice games for 2 or more players requiring the ability to deceive and detect an opponent's deception. In a single-hand Liar's Dice game, each player has a set of dice. All players roll once, and the bids relate to the dice each player can see, their hands, plus all the No.
So like I said,
continue.
Nobody knows how this game is played.
Fucking Christ. That was like being 8 beers in and somebody being like, yo, brand new board game. I'm gonna teach it to you. I was like, no.
Well, it's just insane. It'd be like if you're watching Harry Potter, like the first one, and he walks out onto the Quidditch pitch and like brooms are whizzing by, they're throwing balls into nets, and then someone's like, you want me to explain what's going on here? And Harry goes, no, I got it.
And then just grabs a golden ball and everyone's like, woo!
Yeah, they're just, he won.
Yep.
Okay. But so anyway, I bought Liar's Dice from Walmart. It was like $40.
The way it's just a cup and dice, you got fucking fleeced.
That's how you turn into a scammer. You get scammed.
Oh, man.
You gotta buy a scam to scam.
I was thinking about over this weekend. I was like laying in bed with Dorothy and I was like, we should make a business that exploits dumb people. And then she was like, no. And I was like, oh, but there's so much money in it. I was like, I see Liver King and he's selling fake supplements for $100 million. And I was like, I'll get on steroids. I'll get on steroids for $100 million. I'll fucking yell about being primal. He's my height. Oh,
Nice. Everyone beware the next time Nick is like, buy this
dude.
supplement.
Dude, I'm thinking about becoming a fish oil salesman. I'm right around the corner from like just snake oil.
But so anyway, yeah, I got fleeced from Walmart. They sold me four plastic cups and like 30 dice.
I once had to buy a Yahtzee set to get dice. I was at a Walmart that didn't sell dice. No, it was at a CVS. It didn't sell dice. And I was like, I guess I can buy Yahtzee, which comes with 4 dice.
It's like, do you want your receipt? No, and I also don't want the rest of Yahtzee. You can take that.
Here, take this.
But so I had these cups, and I would like go to the cafeteria at school. During school hours, of course. This wasn't some shady post-school
And you're just
thing.
like, yo, that chicken patty is mine.
Yeah, I'd be like, everyone would bring their Pokemon cards, and I would be like, all right, we're gonna play Liar's Dice.
Smoking a fucking filterless cigarette in the corner, being like, I can put the kitty shit away.
Like rolling my own cigarette, packing a pipe, like.
Is that a blunderbuss?
Yeah, they're just like, kids are just like, all right, I brought my cards. Yeah, cool. You guys want a spliff?
yeah, fucking, just bring your cups, losers.
Yeah, but so they have their cards, and we like wager a card, and I'd put up a card that I was like willing to lose, and they'd put up a card, and then I'd be like, all right, boys, the game is Liar's Dice. And we both shake our cups, we slam it down, we lift up the cup, and then you ask the most senior authority on Liar's Dice who won.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, that's
This guy,
me.
yeah.
That's the guy with the cups.
I can't believe people, and the people just saw them get, like, their friends getting hosed, and you were like, get in there.
What are they gonna do? Tell me I'm wrong about how to play this game?
Sit down and play this fake game with you.
Well, so that's the thing. First round, the opponent always wins.
Nice.
They always win. They got a great hand, no matter what the dice say.
He's like, all of them are different, yet all are ones, and you're like, you know what? Good job.
Yeah, so I give them the card. You play another round. Uh-oh, they're on a hot streak. Give them another card.
Yeah.
You know what? You want a riskier card from me? You got to put up a riskier card. They put up a little riskier card. Whoo, 3 in a row. You're doing great, Kevin. Let's try for one more, huh?
Yeah.
Let's try for that shiny guy right there, huh? Why not? A little shake of the dice. Boom! Fuck you, Kevin!
Yeah.
It's all mine. That's right. This one was winner takes all.
Yeah, just like, hey, like fucking quadruple or nothing.
Yeah.
You're like Will Smith in that movie about being a con man that I watched recently, Focus. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's the movie.
Where it's like, I'll tell you the last name of that football player for $1,000.
Yeah, they're just like, okay, sure. Yeah, so that's wow. That's basically exactly how they do it with the cup game on like any tourist area.
On the street.
Hey, they let you win the first one, and then you just walk away.
Yeah, I went to Haiti once for like 2 weeks on a mission
so
trip.
baffling to me that the one time you've ever left this country, you went to Haiti.
I went to Haiti. I saw people playing like 3-card Monty, and I was like, I know your game, fuckface.
I was like, how a child plays this.
Y'all know Liar's Dice.
That's how I lost my arm. That's
why they call me One-Eyed Dan.
Yeah. So anyways, we have a lot to talk about this week. Blue Lock, To Dandadan, Daima, and 3 whole episodes of Arcane. We also got a big Best Boy to talk about because the video games of the year were announced, and everybody upset at Dan because Dan doesn't like fucking poker or roguelikes.
Yeah, I don't know what fucking Balakra or whatever.
Yeah, Balatro or whatever. I saw Ludwig play it. Shut the fuck up.
Everybody's like, there's no way you didn't see this with you being on the internet so much. Guess what? I'm not on the internet that much. I just post on it.
To somebody who is on the internet a lot, trust me when I say it's all anime edits and tits. I don't have time for fucking your Jesus Christ, latest poker related RPG.
I know there are shockingly different corners of the internet than Ludwig.
Yeah, I haven't watched a live streamer in 4 years.
I've never watched a live streamer.
I got real into when I was Depresso Espresso when I was like 18. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Darkness429. Probably the only reason I'm here right now. Doesn't know I exist.
What the hell are you talking about?
It was a streamer. He played Fortnite, and I was like, I can survive. He saw my name.
Whoa.
It's good. It's good. You know, life is just a series of Band-Aids. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
I used to go into... I didn't do this frequently. I did this once.
Hello?
I was the one and only time I ever used Twitch. I was in my
You
room.
don't stream on Twitch when I guess, why would you? You don't have a Twitch presence.
Huh?
I was like, you don't like whenever you go live, you don't also stream on Twitch.
Oh, I do stream on Twitch.
Okay,
but I mean, the one time I've ever like watched a Twitch stream,
gotcha. Yeah.
I was like, Twitch was like just blowing up. It was like, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna throw out a year and probably be wrong. 2020.
2020.
Yeah, right.
Twitch has been around since like 2012. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I played pickleball with iJustine, and she was one of the first Twitch streamers. And she got on in like 2012, 2013 when it was called something different.
2011.
Yeah. Oh, fucking nailed that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's in 2020. When I first heard about Twitch.
I mean, yeah, that's when a lot of people found it. That's when a lot of people found content in general.
I was like in my room with my roommate at the time, and we were
name dropping.
Adam.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and we were excuse me.
What was that? Felt like your body fought back against you there.
Yeah, the demons tried getting.
Yeah, I guess.
But my roommate Adam and I were in our room, in our dorm room. And we were just like joking and being like, I don't get the appeal of Twitch. And he was saying that. And I was like, you don't get the appeal of Twitch? Watch this. And I hopped into someone's Twitch stream with like 11 viewers. And I just typed, say Danny Motta. And they read it. They're like, Danny Motta. And I was like, look at that power I have, Adam. I didn't even have to pay him.
There is nothing more compliant than a Twitch streamer under 100 viewers. Like you could fucking, I'd be like, just like read the Communist Manifesto, and they'd be like, you know what? If it keeps you here, I'll be happy to have you.
We did that. I did the bit, and then we were both like, I have to close Twitch.
I can't keep being here.
This is a horrible feeling.
Whenever I need to go on a power trip occasionally, because I have like a check mark next to my name because I have like a verified I'm a partner on Twitch, I'll just pop into a chat and people are like, "Whoa, partner here." And I'm like, I haven't streamed in 4 years.
Wow, you're just like fellas.
Hey, fellas. Yeah. I averaged 75 viewers for a whole month. All right.
No, I just turned to him and I was like, "Do you see that kind of power?" Now imagine if this were a hot girl.
Yeah. It wouldn't be at 11 viewers, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That's just Twitch nowadays, baby.
But I would pay.
Oh yeah.
I would pay hundreds of schmeckles for a hot girl to say my name.
They call them bits there, and that's actually how most of them end up making their money.
That's true.
They just like that, or they have like a big banana.
Sleep.
A lot of people asked me to do sleep. Like people were like, "Hey, sleep,
do
sleep," and I was like, I couldn't.
You guys sleeping lately? You guys doing sleep?
I couldn't sleep if people knew I was sleeping. Like I couldn't have people watch me sleep.
Dude, I couldn't sleep.
What if I say a slur in my sleep? I don't know. I can't control him. I can't control what he's up to. What are you? Nick Connor gets canceled for sleep slur?
Yo, I could get canceled in my sleep, bro. I'm so controversial.
I don't know what. Listen, I don't know what people are up to.
That's so funny. I couldn't sleep if you paid me. I'm such an insomniac.
Oh, you're a tosser and a turner.
Yeah.
Love that for you. How did we get back onto this topic?
What was the original?
We're D1 yapping right now.
Yeah.
This is putting a triple double in yapping.
I'm varsity yapping right now.
What do you want to talk about here? You want to talk about Dandadan, Daima, Arcane, or Blue Lock?
Blue Lock?
You want to talk about Blue Lock?
Just to get it out of the way, right? Shouldn't we build to a main event?
What's our main event? Is it Dandadan or Arcane?
We should have a really good like penultimate event, and then just a really embarrassing, sad to watch final main event.
We'll do Daima in Spanish. We'll do the whole Goku S.
Yeah, Goku
S is gay.
Yes. Goku S is gay.
S is gay. This is good. This is content people are looking for, baby.
Son Goku is just them Goku.
Them Goku. Right? Fucking A right. Hell yeah, dude.
Goddamn liberals.
Them Gokus. Oh, man. Fucking actually, that's very ironically a talking point this week from Daima. The Glins being genderless. That was...
Yeah, I super didn't need to see his anal fucking umbilical cord. We'll get into it.
We're absolutely going to get to it. Blue Lock. My first note was, Jesus Christ, I thought Record of Ragnarok making Buddha hot and violent was sacrilegious. But now he's a defender for fucking the Japanese U20 team.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to my notes. That was... I think I had one. Yeah. Oh my God, he's literally a Buddhist monk.
like full on. They're like, "Oh, get out of the way, you tattooed monk!" And it's like, "Yeah, no, that you're just saying what he is."
Yeah. Do you want to explain what? Actually, let me explain what episode this is.
Okay.
Real quick. Let me get to my notes. And then you let me know how good of a job and how thorough I am at explaining the summary.
Okay.
Would you mind?
Okay. So we're talking about the first episode of the U20 tournament, or we're talking about the first episode of the U20 game from Blue Lock.
Okay, so what happened this episode? This episode 31.
Yes.
When Itoshi Sae scores the first goal of the match, the crowd goes wild, making it clear to Team Blue Lock that they're here to watch Sae. Rin changes the strategy, and Nagi makes the memorable first goal for Team Blue Lock. How was that?
That's straight from ChatGPT, you fucking asshole.
No, it's the fucking description of the episode.
No, why would they put that entire thing there?
I read that before watching the episode, and I was like, surely this happens in the first, 5 minutes,
Nope,
right?
That's the whole episode.
It's beat for beat the entire episode.
I was flicking back through. I was trying to remember what happened exactly, but that is literally the whole episode. The whole episode is 2 goals. And I just now am realizing, as we're talking about it, how fucking little happened.
Yeah. Nothing happened. It was summarized in 2 sentences. Isn't that crazy? It might be ChatGPT.
It sounds like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, watch this episode and tell it. That seems so that is what a ridiculous use of generative AI if that is ChatGPT. Because loading a 20-minute video into ChatGPT and then being like, watch this and tell me what it is. So much computing power to just be like, oh, hey, just write 3 fucking sentences.
Dude, if they just wrote goal in the description, I'd be like, it's another episode of Blue Lock.
It's another, we're doing more soccer?
Yeah.
I think we're doing more soccer.
Just be like, the U20 match kicks off.
Yeah. The
crazy.
Fucking Itoshi Rin realizes that he might be in over his head against the U20 Japanese team, something like that. Isagi realizes the defense, the iron wall of the defensive team of the U20s is the hardest defense he's ever fought against in his entire life. Something like that.
Yeah.
Wow. It's bad. It's bad. The more soccer they play, the worse it looks.
Yeah, I texted you. You were like, this is a bad one. And I went, every episode is the new worst episode of this season.
That isn't necessarily true because they started with soccer and then for a couple of eepisodes they didn't do the soccer.
Yeah, and it got better.
It got better for a little while, and now that they're back to the soccer, it's really fucking bad.
Yeah, it's weird. I watched a clip. I watched Isagi's first goal from season 1 to see if I'm just being dramatic.
Yep.
It's I was like, is this the movie?
Yeah.
Is this the fucking movie quality
I am
animation?
genuinely curious to see. I wonder if it is the movie that fucked them over for the season. Because they're like, oh, we can get a movie in between the 2 airings of these seasons. And they're like, oh, God, no, we can't.
I wonder if some studio executive was just making his rounds down the offices, checking budgets, being like, oh, we're making this show, great. Oh, this show, good, looking good. Gets to the soccer one and he's like, $200 million for soccer? Just get the fucking intern to do this season.
Make one guy do 5 fucking episodes.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
I bet that's what happened. They're like, guys, it's soccer. 3 of you can do this season.
Yeah, my thing is, I wonder if they were because genuinely, I was going through this dialogue in my head while I was watching this episode, and I was like, this had to be an economic decision. They had this.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot assume gross incompetence from Bandai fucking Namco. That's just not how it works. They saw these episodes get made. They knew they were bad. They knew what the public reception would be, and yet every single week everybody's watching Blue Lock. I think Bandai Namco was like, "What's the least amount of money we can spend on this incredibly popular IP that won't make people leave the IP because people are still watching it."
Yeah.
And there isn't this mass exodus. Anytime people talk about these episodes are hot garbage, everyone's like, "But I'm still watching it though." All of the comments are like, "But I'm still in it though," and that's exactly what Bandai wants. I feel like
it's funny because I saw people when season 1 was coming out. And the animation was great. I saw people being like, yeah, it's what's happening? Why are you doing this to me?
I'm opening the window.
Jesus Christ. For audio-only listeners, Nick, as I started talking, just got up, took out the pod knife, and started walking towards me silently. I thought you were coming for my Gizbot.
Recording on 4 cameras.
I thought you were coming for my Gizbot.
Oh, yeah, dude. Fucking.
Then you just came over and took
run me them pockets, boy.
But, fucking, no, I knew people when season 1 was coming out who were like, yeah, the animation's great, and I'm really into it so far, but I don't know if I'll watch a second season of this. It's just soccer. It's so funny that now that the animation's bad, people are like, I'm in it, I might as well stay here.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely just them being There's no fights.
Yeah.
It's a sports thing. Other sports anime get away with less. Why are we spending so much on
I don't know
this?
if they do. This is the worst looking sports anime I've ever seen, between fighting, basketball, tennis, fucking volleyball. This is the worst a sports anime has ever looked.
Yeah.
Like this, like your thing when you were yelling about how there's no animation. This episode, there was like literally no animation.
Yeah.
It is just sliding PNGs in a slightly revolving ball. That is it.
No, it really is just them being like, we can get away with this. Like,
Yeah.
this property's too big to fail, and they're right.
But why would you approach it? Like, I don't, because like, it's not, I genuinely don't think it would have been that hard for them to animate this show in a way, not even that it deserved. Like, even if it didn't look like, if it looked like One Punch Man season 2, and everyone was like, oh, this is a downgrade from season 1, but it's like still pretty good. This is like a slap in the face. This is like, they're like genuinely the way that the white striping on the top and the bottom to like indicate motion is like pulling so much weight in the season. Every fucking scene, white striping. It's like, it's like circa fucking like Bound Arc Bleach 2006.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's for money. It's the reason Coca-Cola, did you see this? They recently put out an AI-generated ad.
Fucking dude, Heinz did the same shit.
Really?
Heinz, this is gonna make you furious.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, this is gonna drive you up a fucking wall.
Oh, I saw that. I saw like a man's face like in the Van Gogh portrait.
It's a Van Gogh self-portrait that Heinz is using AI to like fucking automate them out to tell you to buy Heinz. Could you imagine being that out of your own fucking gourd that you would, what fucking marketing executive was like, yo, you know what people are loving right now? Stripping digital creators of work for fucking what? For Van Gogh? Like the double insult to being like one of the greatest artists of all time is now having his art fucking used for Heinz ketchup ads, and also it's AI doing it.
The fact that it's a real dead person is so weird. That's like Apple being like, yo, you know who the next spokesperson should be? Anne Frank.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say fucking the founder again.
Dude, Steve Jobs again.
Bring Steve Jobs back.
Steve would be down for it. That's the
that'd
problem.
Be kind of sick. That would be kind of cool.
That's the thing, is that's too related. Like Van Gogh for ketchup. Like, what are you doing?
I'm making this joke. I'm a Jew. Anne Frank. They could be like, oh, our quietest iPhone yet.
She was quiet because she was sneaky.
Because she was in the.
She got caught.
Yeah. Well, okay.
They got her.
I heard a really funny. Was it you that I was riffing with? Where like, how does the Anne Frank diary end? Is it just like?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Was it you I was doing that offensive Jamaican accent with? Say yes right now, Nick. Like, what are you doing? Being like, was it you?
What a wonderful day. Uncle's being a little loud, and then that's the last page. I've never read the Anne Frank diary. They didn't make us read it.
I've also never read it, and it seems weird that they mass marketed a diary they found.
That's a fucking good way to learn about World War II, I guess.
That's fair. I wonder, it depends on the guy who found it. Like the guy who found it and was like, I gotta bring this.
I never thought about that.
Right, like, I gotta bring this to a museum, or money. Like, this would make a great movie. You know?
Fuck, what a find though. Because that's like, if he made like millions of dollars off it, what a gig. What a gig.
I can't wait for our like new TikTok editing team.
Yeah.
Our new TikTok editing team is making me nervous because they keep putting out TikToks
of us at our most salacious.
Of us just being like, yeah, remember Penny from The Big Bang Theory? What a whore.
Yeah, you were like, I want young Penny, about her being a child slut.
I know, I was I like see the TikToks coming out. I'm like, these bastards. And I'm like, yeah, I said it, but like they're twisting it in a way that makes it seem like the podcast is like the Joe Rogan experience.
There's nothing quite like being 30 minutes into a podcast and understanding like if they're listening this far, they're riding with us, all right?
There's one that came out where Nick, you.
That's me.
Where you were like, my top 3 most attractive women in Hollywood are da 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 da. And I was like, and then I go, you listed Zendaya?
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, I like don't see Zendaya like that because to me, she's like a teenager because she's always playing high schoolers. For whatever reason, they made that a TikTok, and a lot of the comments are like,
did pretty well.
It did really well.
Yeah.
And a lot of the comments, for some reason, are like, kind of weird to say you want to bone a teenager, Danny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
How do you, it's not even like you like crackle when you say don't or something. It is like very clear, like, I don't see Zendaya like that because she looks like a high school.
There's also subtitles.
Yeah, like the way, like big, bold, DONT subtitles.
So
But there's also like a fucking army of women in the group, like in the fucking comments being like, actually, he said the opposite.
Yeah,
So if
which
anything,
I
it was actually like
appreciate.
a good look for you.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to put out the next TikTok. That's just an edit of you being like, were you the one who was doing the Anne Frank bit? And I go, no, I was the one doing the Jamaican accent. And that's the whole TikTok.
They're like, right now, they're like, write that down.
I love the editors not knowing sarcasm.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, fuck, that's great. You know what the worst part about that hotness thing is? That we were both like, we want to fuck Megan Thee Stallion, and neither of us were able to get that take out into the world.
it was her father who sold the diary.
Her father sold it. Okay, that's
How'd she
fine.
get caught and her father didn't? I gotta read this book.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty. I mean, like actually, it's a child scribbling, but like I don't know, it's probably okay at least.
I think she's like 14.
I've been to the Anne Frank house.
Yep.
It was sad.
I bet.
Yeah, it was sad.
Wait,
you
if
know?
her father sold it, I wonder if she has descendants. Welcome to Otakus Anonymous, the Anne Frank corner
Wait, how
that
much-
we have every episode.
Yeah, fucking.
Stay tuned
Coming up
for
next, Popo.
I was gonna say, stay tuned for her Taliban
Oh yeah,
news
dude,
segment.
oh fuck! I forgot about her. I still have time. I still have time to get the Taliban news. Oh wait, that was up to you. Fuck, but you have anime news. God damn it.
For Al Qaeda.
Yeah, for Al Qaeda, we'll get it. Yeah.
Wow. Kind of tough to continue.
Yeah, that was like my
What
grandma.
a hole you dug. That
Yeah.
was like your grandma.
My grandma had a fucking. She was in not Auschwitz. One of the other ones. She had a tattoo.
Whoa.
Yeah, fucking real blue Jew.
Wow, that's crazy. My
Died with ink in her arm.
my grandfather was just an old Italian shoe cobbler
Oh.
named Pietro Motta.
Oh fuck! Your grandfather was probably after my grandmother then. Yeah, fucking if he was Italian.
He was just cobbling shoes, you know?
Okay, yeah, fucking to throw at Jews. Yeah, probably. Goddamn spaghetti eaters.
I was gonna make a rhyme, and then I was like, I should let Nick take all the, all the World War
fucking
II jokes.
put the inferno on me here. Is that all we have on Blue Lock? Outside of one of the defenders just
Probably
looks like Garo.
should be.
One of the defenders looks like Garo.
No, what
That's
do I have? Who's Garo?
from One Punch Man. He's like the fighting
Oh
guy
yeah,
with the
yeah,
pointy
we talked
hair.
about that last time.
The one with the fucking button eyes.
Haven't seen Shark Teeth this whole season, and all of a sudden he's in the audience.
Who?
The guy with the sharp shark teeth.
Who? Shark
He
Teeth.
was like in a lot of season 1. He was like the Bakugo character.
Shark Teeth. Blue Lock.
Yeah, like Denji teeth.
Oh, you fucking that guy. Oh my god, I forgot he existed too. He was in the crowd.
Yeah.
He must have got cut.
I have a note that says this dude's full on groping Nagi, and then tells him how he's got that dog on him. So there's a big dude who gets behind
Oh,
Nagi.
dude, yeah.
And he's like, I can't get past him. And he's like rubbing up and down
Yeah,
Nagi's
he's like,
sides.
This guy's peer, like he's like peer pressure or something.
Yeah, and he's like rubbing up and down Nagi, and he's like, they call me the Doberman.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's like, hey man,
"What?"
fucking chill out. Why does everybody on the U20 team look 45 also?
I know. I thought they were adults for a while.
Also, how does the Buddhist monk have an entire fucking full body tattoo at 19?
Well, 19. You only need to be 16 to get a tattoo.
You need to be 18 to get a tattoo.
Not with a parent's permission.
Okay, you telling me this parent fucking is Buddha walking him down to the tattoo parlor to get dotted up?
Yeah, his parent's probably a monk.
That's fair.
If anything, why is his monk playing soccer?
That's also a very fair question. Nirvana, manifests in many different ways.
I wrote they love using Mr. followed by a full sentence as an insult.
Absolutely.
They got Mr. Bags under my eyes, Mr. Worse than a monkey.
Yep.
And then I wrote, there's a scene where someone goes, I'll be your opponent now. And the other guy goes, nope, and then just passes the ball.
Yep. Also, I love it's just like it's quips the anime. Like the most animation that we get while they play soccer is them moving their mouth because for some reason every time the ball is passed, we need a fucking one-liner from the nearest person to the ball.
Yeah.
Play soccer.
Play
Fucking grow up.
soccer.
God damn it.
Daima?
Actually, you know what? It wasn't a good episode. There's been no good episodes of Daima. But wow, what an insane episode for Dragon Ball lore. We're talking about what episode of Daima we're talking about?
Oh, Lord. Let me check.
5?
6.
We're talking about episode 6 of Dragon Ball Daima.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it had like the first like semi-important kind of cool fight. It was Glorio versus Goku. But that's not even like really what I'm focused on from this episode. The most important thing that I'm focused on from this episode is just the sheer amount of Kai lore that dropped.
So much for a character I didn't really need to learn a bunch
Except
about.
for the fact that he's one of the main characters of Dragon Ball Daima for some reason.
Yeah. So he's a plant.
Yep. Yep.
They grow on trees.
Which, by the way, the Kais are known as glins.
Yeah.
All glins come from 5 trees.
Yeah, they come from these trees. I have a note that says, where is that? I said
and
it
then
earlier.
a tree grows a glint every couple hundred years or something.
Yeah, I said wasn't ready to see baby Supreme Kai hanging from his anal umbilical cord.
Mm-hmm. Like a fruit.
Like a fruit.
Yeah.
Ready for the plucking.
And so, like, there's 5 glind trees.
Yeah.
And therefore, like Supreme Kai's brothers, is the brother of the 2 bad glins from this arc because they came from the same tree as him, like, hundreds of years apart.
It's so weird that they're constantly, like, adding and removing the mysticism from Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, they're gods. And then, like, in Z, and then in this series, it's like, no, they're like Namekians, pretty much. They're like Demon World and Namekians, but they're still demons because it's the Demon World, but he's not a god.
So why are they so powerful? Like, why are glins so powerful? Is it a gravity thing? Is it because they're fruits?
I don't know, because no one here has been able to, like, stand a chance against Goku.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of my beef, because it was... So, the reason this episode, a lot of people are like, this is the first huge Daima episode, because we get, like, some pretty animation.
We get an energy beam.
Yeah, we get an energy beam from Glorio.
Oh, and a Super Saiyan, of course.
Yeah, they are, like, treating Super Saiyan like we haven't seen him do it in the past, like, 40 years.
Like, we also haven't seen all of his children who are hybrids pull off Super Saiyan at 4 years old.
Yeah.
Like, we knew he was going to be able to do it.
Yeah, it's really funny. I do appreciate... Like, one of my issues with Super was that the new transformations didn't get, like, the hype and build-up that, like, Super Saiyan and, like, Super Saiyan 3 got.
You know my beef with the new transformations?
You gotta tell me.
They're too segmented. Like, there's, like, Super Saiyan God Red, and then there's Super Saiyan God Kaioken, and then there's Super Saiyan God Blue, and it's like, and then, like, oh, like, by the way, fucking...
Ultra Instinct.
There's Goku Black and Goku Rosé, and they have a different kind... Like, there's just, like, 3 steps to every transformation.
Yeah.
Fucking...
It was nice when it was 1, 2, 3, and 4.
What?
Yeah,
like, it's just like, oh, this is Super Saiyan God 4, Kaioken times 100 Blue. What the fuck are we doing?
That's fair. But, no, well, like... Yeah, everyone's like, oh, this episode is, like, the first big episode. Mm-hmm. And we learn lore about the Kais.
Yep.
Or the Glins.
Yeah.
Which, whatever.
Why did they leave? Why did they leave? Did they establish why they left?
What do you mean?
Why did
the
Supreme
Demon
Kai
World?
and the other one leave the Demon World? Did
I
they
don't
ever
know.
say?
I don't know.
I don't think they said.
They just live in... Where do they even live? Heaven, right? The afterlife.
It's like a dimensional thing, right?
Yeah.
They're like in a different dimension looking over Earth specifically.
Yeah, but, like, my beef is that still 6 episodes in, there's, like, we still kind of learn nothing. Like, there's been no twists or turns. All we learn, my only other note, is I go, nice, we learned that Glorio's weaker than Goku's weakest transformation.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been so cool if Glorio's like, fight me, Goku, and it turns out he's, like, way stronger than Goku is.
Yeah.
Because this whole thing is like, oh, can we trust him? What's his deal?
Which we can't, apparently.
Which we can't because he's working for that woman.
Yeah.
But it's like, the whole thing is like, oh, can we trust him? Is he betraying us? Is he dangerous? This and that. Like, everyone in the demon world seems to fear him. Now that he's weaker than Super Saiyan 1 Goku.
And, like, by a long shot, mind you,
Yeah.
Goku, like, effortlessly was, like, you know, got rid of his strongest beam and then teleported behind him and was like, you could be dead.
Yeah, it's like, who cares if we can trust him? Because Goku will just wipe him off the face of the planet.
Whenever necessary.
Yeah.
Also, if that's how powerful Glorio is, Supreme Kai probably also stands a pretty fair shot.
Yeah, right? So it's like... And then, yeah, this is before Super, so I guess Goku's strongest transformation is Super Saiyan 3.
Yep.
So Super Saiyan 1 is still, like...
Important-ish.
But, like, still his 3rd weakest.
Yeah. And it's not like fucking Gotenks weren't able to go Super Saiyan 3. Like, children can do it.
Yeah. So it's just like, plot-wise, nothing's happening. Still. Oh,
Pansy is a vehicle to throw toilet paper at Goku, and that is it.
Yeah, there's a lot of poop jokes
There's
in
like
this.
3 full minutes of this episode dedicated to just Goku shitting.
I know, I saw comments of people being like, I was laughing out loud this episode. And I was like, when was that happening?
Yeah, like fucking if you're 14, maybe I guess. Like I don't know. It's like
I liked the bit of the Minotaur. Like he shows up and he's like, I'm gonna eat you guys, and then he's just spectating. Like that was fun and cute.
Him trying to slink away.
Yeah.
Him being like, oh, I forgot my breakfast things. Great.
Yeah.
All good bits.
That's all fun.
Yep.
But yeah, I just really wish Glorio was stronger or like a match for Goku, because otherwise it's like this episode, like every other episode, has just like episode 1, they're turned to babies.
Yeah.
Episode 2, they leave for the demon world.
Yeah. Episode
3 through now 6, it feels like nothing has happened.
Yeah.
Like it's moving so slow.
It's just we lost the ship, the show.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, the entire like the end. The best way to symbolize it for me is at the end of episode 5. Like, oh, the ship's falling, and then episode 6, the ship is just fine again.
Yeah.
Like we were carrying too much like luggage, and it's like, cool, this is a problem that didn't need to exist.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool, you fell, and now you're back. This was like built for a cliffhanger, and that is it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of just the entire show, just like built for the idea of moving the plot forward, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
So like my idea of what Daima is right now is like, oh cool, like the entire plot is just to get Goku to the end. Like it's like whatever happens in the middle doesn't fucking matter as long as Goku gets to the end. And everyone's happy about it because it's Goku and he's a kid and Supreme Kai's there and Vegeta is trying to get there and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, that's like Glorio not being strong and Glorio being like the number one entrusted like assault weapon of the final boss of this entire TV show. It makes me feel like, okay, cool. So he's going to walk through that Glint, probably, and then walk through the King, probably, and be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, there are no stakes.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, but fucking Donald Trump was right. The liberal agenda comes once again. Fucking Glenn's genderless. Come on. Come on.
I think Namekian.
We're trying to so now everyone's gonna be like, oh, I want to be like the Glenn's mom. I want to grow from a tree, mom. Fucking liberal agenda. My God.
Well, really pandering to our new president.
We have to, dude. We got to start. We started with social credit scores. Got to go up a little bit here.
I know. Everyththing's gonna get taken off YouTube.
Oh, 100. Oh, YouTube's not gonna exist, dude.
No.
Fucking absolutely. It's fucking Truth Social. I heard they pay well though.
Truth Social.
Yeah.
'Cause all 4 creators on there.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, fucking you're just monetizing those NRA ads. No, but my real note is Glenn's being genderless is dope, I guess. I said shout out to the Glenn's being genderless, but why the fuck do some have boobs?
Yeah, I was like, aren't there girl ones?
Yeah, they're like, oh, the Glens are genderless, and then it like cuts to like Supreme Kai's sister who's just like a fucking, she's got honking binoculars, and I'm like, all right, fucking, the Namekians being genderless makes sense. They all look the same.
Yeah.
Why do some Glens just have fat titties? Like what? Like what's going on?
Yeah.
So silly.
Be so funny if they're like, yeah, he's like, we're genderless, and it's like, well, why does she have boobs? And it's like, what does that have to do with gender?
Yeah,
it's like, well, we're getting real. Yeah, Goku's like, hey, man. Hey.
I meant to say sex. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's so funny, dude. Because like boobs, fundamentally, biologically, meant to nurse babies.
Yeah. Well, so yeah,
Glens are fruit. They grow on trees.
Yeah.
They don't need. They fucking.
Maybe there's juice in them.
And then, well, the thing is, the entire thing is when it was revealed that Supreme Kai was like a fruit.
Yeah.
It was like Goku was like, oh, that's why I've only ever seen you drink water. So the boobs serve no function.
Well, she has melons.
Outside of Beeb going honk honk honk.
That's why she's got melons.
Yeah, it's fucking okay, got to keep my interest somewhere.
That's so funny. I never thought about that. Yeah.
Silly.
Biologically, they don't need it.
They don't need it at all. It's like they're the first like group of people just have 100% aesthetic tits.
Yeah, that's
Hell
fun.
yeah.
That's funny.
Absolutely.
I wonder if
hell
Piccolo
yeah.
has a dick.
What?
Wonder if like Piccolo has a dick.
How do Namekians get made? Do they just like spout? I feel like they sprout off from each other, right?
Piccolo was thrown up.
You're right, he was, because he was all of somebody's evil, right?
Yeah, well, he was like Kami's evil.
Yeah, he was Kami's evil.
And then
is that how they all get made? They're
well,
just like,
that's
they just split
Demon.
off?
That's Demon King Piccolo, and then he threw up young Piccolo. Piccolo is technically Piccolo Jr. And his brothers and sisters his brothers are like Tambourine, Flute. You don't know any of this?
I don't know any of this.
It's all OG Dragon Ball.
This is Dragon Ball shit?
Yeah, Tambourine killed Krillin. That's how Krillin died the first time.
I don't remember that at all.
Put his fist through him.
Holy shit. I don't remember that. Imagine getting killed by a guy named Tambourine. Listen, if you die by a guy named Tambourine or by a tambourine, I'm not using the Dragon Balls to bring you back. I'm sorry. You gotta take that out. How do Namekians get born? How are Namekians born? Do was the wrong action word there.
I see. Tambourine kills Krillin.
How are Namekians born? And Dragon Ball's Namekians reproduce asexually by spitting eggs out of their mouths.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it just gets thrown up. Maybe it's Drum that kills Krillin.
Grand Elder Guru. After a climate shift on Namek. Wow. Fucking Akira Toriyama's always been based. Guru saves the Namekian race by laying eggs and having 109 children, including Nail and Dende. Oh my God. Shout out to Guru.
Shout out to Guru just pumping them.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, Namekians spitting out eggs. But you know what they say about spitting out eggs?
Stop.
That's quitting. You get it?
Sing. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
The sperm.
Yeah.
It's not really how that works because it's not eggs. If you're spitting out eggs,
if
you're spitting out eggs.
If you're spitting out eggs, you're sucking the wrong hole.
Yeah, you should and way too hard, mind you. Consult your OBGYN if you're spitting out eggs. All right, what do we talk about first? Dandadan or Arcane?
Because there's less.
There is technically less, but boy, is there a lot to talk about.
I saw you cry on TikTok.
Oh, I cried hard. I knew it was coming too. You were just watching it in the kitchen like a fucking monster.
Yeah.
You're just housing my spaghetti.
Just watching it.
Housing my spaghetti. New fucking cunnilingus term just dropped.
It's my spaghetti.
That's it.
It's just one noodle.
When you forget to shave, housing my spaghetti.
We go.
Dandadan. So we're talking about Dandadan episode 7 here.
Yeah.
Also known as the episode that's going to make a lot of people realize just what Dandadan is about, what makes Dandadan great, and it's character development, it's character building, it's backstories, and boy oh boy is this not even the saddest backstory in Dandadan.
Just a silly, goofy time. I'm a little confused though.
About what?
I'm a little confused. So
Can I add some context for those who have seen episode 7 of Dandadan? I walked in. I was playing Pokemon TCGP on my couch, watching just Archer. It's my Pokemon TCGP game show. Because I can put it on the back, it makes me laugh. It's not something I have to keep up with. I'm walking in to see I'm like, oh Danny, I'm like about to win this fight. I want to show Dan. I see he's 23 minutes into episode 7 of Dandadan. I was like, this is a religious experience. I can't interrupt this. He's gonna be upset. He's gonna be crying. Looks up to me, dry eyes. Pretty funny episode, right?
Mouthful of spaghetti.
You're a fucking sociopath. And this only confirmed my suspicions over that have been mounting for years.
I got a mouthful of sketty, and I'm just like, funny stuff. Well, because I knew you cried, and I was like...
You're a fucking... Oh, so you were sucking the tears in to make me feel like less of a man?
I'm a little confused. So this is episode 7.
Yeah.
So this woman has her baby stolen.
Yes.
For drugs or something.
She owed money to a loan shark.
Right.
Yes.
And they're like, we're going to sell this baby instead.
I mean, fucking a child girl? Yeah.
So they take this.
That's like 2-3 schmeckles. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the pricing
of
a female woman.
Last you checked, a baby girl is...
Listen, Wayfair was like 10 grand.
So they take this baby because they're like, this is as good as cocaine money.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then they take her, and then the woman is like beaten within an inch of her life.
I mean, they fucking gored her shit up. It is not that bad in the manga.
Yeah, they really rocked her. Half of it was self-inflicted. She really fucking fell into that armoire.
Totally her fault, yes.
No, it's just the armoire attacked her as much as they did. She got glassed.
I don't know. Listen, don't have a glass door that you can barrel through in your house. What if you trip?
But no, where I got confused... So is she...
Why she was being such a bitch?
Take it easy. This is already like... We already have to cut this whole episode.
Oh, Dad. I'm kidding.
So she got beaten. Which I am not confused on.
Okay, yeah. That's like... It's so... There's nothing to be confused about.
She gets her kid taken.
Yeah.
And then... Is she alive? Is she like a living person, like stumbling throughout the city?
Oh, yeah.
Covered in blood. And then she sees the pink-haired girl. The pink-haired girl mistakes her for her mother.
No. Gotcha.
So what's...
I see what you're talking about here.
She died in the street.
Yeah.
And then the pink-haired girl sees her as a ghost, like she sees her ghost.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense because the pink-haired girl didn't see ghosts until she touched Ken's ball.
Not really. Well, maybe. I don't know. It is actually kind of ambiguous.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you confused?
Well, no. So the way that it works, the way that I understand it to work, Dan. Can I tell you how I understand it to work, Dan? Of Dan to Dawn.
Gone.
So the way I've always understood.
Make like Goku's son and go
No way. I
on.
just absolutely flipped to the right chapter. That's so fucking huge. So I think the anime made it seem more ambiguous than it was prior. So go ahead and flip through the manga here, and it'll be a lot more obvious, right? So the chapter ends with her dancing, right? She's dancing. There's this beautiful, incredibly silent scene as she dances on top of water, and then she jumps, and you can just see the edge, like the ledge of the building that she's jumping off, and there's this haunting fucking. The sound of her hitting the ground, so like the fucking sound design on this entire episode, magnificent.
I like that a lot. That was really good.
But go ahead and flip through that chapter. So what they did in the anime, which is kind of interesting, and they've taken some.
This is a crazy page.
I brought you to just her getting fucking booted in the face.
This is. It's different.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is more or less brutal. This is brutal.
Yeah.
What I'm looking at. Because
like,
you see their faces. You don't see their faces in the anime, I believe. And there's no dialogue.
Yeah.
They're just tearing up this apartment. And there's one frame where dude's holding the kid and he goes, "This?
Yeah.
Should we take this?" And then she's screaming.
Yeah.
She gets a boot to the face.
Yeah,
they're beating her.
But there's no like, her falling like through a door and like her like wrist getting gouged with glass.
And then she's cooking.
And then she's chasing after after a car, right?
Yeah, this is kind of a funny panel.
And so there's a lot of things I want to talk about from this episode. But if you go all the way to the end, you'll get to like, she'll have this memory. She'll have this memory of being with her child, and then she's dancing, and then she's jumping off the top of the roof, and then she's dead, right? So what the anime did is they spliced in while doing this exposition prior to her doing that dance, right? They have the moment where Ira walks up to like the bloodied woman and is like, "Mom," and then her dad comes over and is like, "No, like mom's gone," kind of thing. Yeah. The way that Acro Silky talks about it is that she says, "I've been following you for like years, right? Until you would see me again." And so the way that it's kind of like the way that I believed it worked in the manga, at least, is that Ira sees her as a yokai when she's young, accidentally. Just like, is like force sensitive kind of thing. It's like sensitive to the supernatural, sees her and then doesn't see her again, like becomes unspirit natural. And then after she touches the gold ball again, because she can see Acro Silky's like, okay, we can be together now. I think, because like I don't know, like the manga makes it seem like that, like there's never a moment in which Iroh could have seen her while she was alive. Like she's chasing after the car gets away, she's dancing, she's dead. So I always thought it was Iroh sees the yokai, and then like a decade passes, and then she sees the yokai again. But the anime made it seem ambiguous. I could actually see why you'd be confused.
Yeah, it was confusing. Well, because again, it was with the ball thing where I'm like, I thought she unlocked the ability to see ghosts by touching the ball.
Yeah.
And so I thought she'd just like wandered into the street, a bloody mess. Yeah. And the dad's like, "Oh, don't talk to her.
Don't talk to that one."
And then she like withered away and
also
died.
wasn't like, "Oh my God, can I help you?"
Well, exactly. So that's also why I was confused.
Yeah, but like you see her in the street and you see like a bunch of people walking by. So that's why I always thought, like, that's why I think it's like the anime's interpretation of her as a yokai, but like before she turns into Acro Silky.
Yeah.
Like her as like a soul almost, like pre-Acro Silky. But I don't know. That's actually a very legitimate thing to be confused about.
You know what I wonder? And I'm going to close my eyes and I want you to not make a noise because you're just simply incapable of not spoiling something. So I just want to wonder aloud to the audience.
Okay.
I said this in my reaction also.
How about I'm going deaf in this ear. I accidentally punctured my my eardrum with a Q-tip. And
don't use Q-tips. That's a rule 1 of Q-tips.
I've learned the lesson. What the fuck else do you use Q-tips for? What are Q-tips? On the box, like, don't use Q-tips for your ears. And then it's like, use them for baby tears. I'm like, what? For fucking what? No.
Yeah, after you deafen them.
Yeah, fucking yoink.
That's why there's 2 sides.
So it's
one for the ear, one for the tear.
As long as I'm not laying down, I'm not going deaf. I have an appointment with an ENT on Friday.
That's horrifying. I'm so sorry to hear that.
I heard it, but apparently if you rupture your eardrum, you're fine. Like it takes like a week or 2 to like heal.
Oh, yeah?
As long as you don't get water in there and it doesn't get infected, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, but hey, listen. When I lay down, I'm like deaf in this ear. So you lay down with this ear up. I don't hear a sound, dude. It's great.
Okay, well, I'm going to explain to you why I'm the one who has to close my eyes.
Okay.
Never mind. Hello?
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 That leads me to believe you can hear me.
This is good podcasting. This is great podcasting. This is peak. This is it right here, ladies and gentlemen.
This is nearly 100 episodes of practice.
Fucking A right.
Experience.
Hey, this is one of our best right here.
We have nothing planned. We got to get drunk again or high.
Not high.
I'll get high.
We can do some cocaine. You want to do? We just get faster.
Not
we
on
just get
camera, we
Faster as the fucking. We don't have to show them.
You get drunk, I'll take an edible.
I'll do cocaine. You do an edible. Okay, cool. Well, you go slow, I go high. All right, yeah.
I love I'm a little tipsy and I'm on crack.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good episode. Our third. We finally get to talk to our third podcast co-host.
Yeah.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
Yeah.
Our podcast
For our 100th episode, we're on crack. For our 101st episode, still on crack.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we're gonna do all of them on crack.
Turns out you can't just do crack once.
Yeah.
Anyway, it'd be really cool, everybody, and I said this in my reaction. If the daughter who gets taken away becomes a yokai later on, shows back up. Because there's this little girl who was yoinked.
Yeah.
And there
was a little girl who was yoinked. I can't say yes to
I just don't
little
trust
girl
you.
yoinking.
I don't trust you to not be like, you do that, because you know what? I knew pink-haired girl wasn't going to die this episode, because you told me last week she's a main character now.
Oh, did I now?
Yeah, you
She's
did.
in the fucking intro, Dan.
I don't remember.
She's in the intro.
I watch intros once, and I ignore the visuals.
The intro is heat. There's no way you're skipping.
Every time. Every time, baby.
I don't get you. I don't understand you.
You know
What gives you joy? Burger King?
Yeah, baby, a Whopper Wednesday. Big old juicy Whopper Wednesday.
Is it 2-for-1 Whoppers on Wednesdays?
It is 2-for-1 Whoppers, but
I'm honestly surprised we don't do the podcast on Wednesdays, strictly based off the fact that you would be able to acquire 2 Whoppers on the way home.
That would be huge for me. That'd be huge for my bulking.
Yep.
It's bad for the lineup of anime.
Yeah, fair.
You would never let it happen.
No.
I gotta start doing bits again. Remember when I used to bring food?
Remember when you were funny?
Yeah, remember when I was funny?
I do.
Gotta start making jokes.
The bit
again.
is you getting muscular.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just a long payoff.
No, but I had so many bits lined up.
You're wearing a female robot around your neck right now.
This one's a guy.
It's got a bow on the back of its head.
They're axes.
They're axes.
Yeah, he's ready for
That's
combat.
infinitely fucking sick.
I had a bit. I was gonna have a hoagie in my sleeve. I was gonna
the fucking that is a Tim Robinson bit. It's the fucking
hot dog.
Yeah.
But no. So, you know what I realized the other day? I remembered. I unlocked because we always talk about Naruto openings. I will always defend the fact that Bluebird is far away from being the best one.
It's not.
It's not even close.
It's good.
It's not even close to the best one because you got.
You are my friend. Oh, I should better ma.
Yeah, that.
That's a good one.
You got we are fighting dreamers.
Fighting. Yeah, that's a great one.
And then you got the one that's what's the one we love? The best one.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I do not know how it opens.
I know.
Super grungy. It's like a fucking 2008 what VH1 VH1 music video. It's great.
We always talk about that one. We always talk about the Fighting Dreamers one. But there's one I remembered or I unlocked the other day. The first Naruto Shippuden one. That's I'll play it.
That's all we can play for trademark reasoning.
So good.
So good.
I forgot all about it. Unlocked a memory the other day. Anyway, Dandadan, I skipped the opening.
Crazy.
I'm just backtracking to where we were. I liked it. Great episode. Probably the
best episode of anime this year?
I was going to say one of the best episodes of Dandadan.
Oh, come on. What episode of Dandadan is better than this? You watched it on a phone in my kitchen.
I watched, that was the I had to recap.
It wasn't the appropriate studio.
I had to re-remember it.
You gotta watch it in 70 millimeter. That's a thing I learned recently. I have film friends that are teaching me.
Wow. Yeah. Who?
Kyle. He works on what's the Karate Kid show?
Oh, Cobra Kai. You were telling me about this guy. Wow, such high cinema.
I know. Hey, they're on their 5th season, all right?
They're cooking. I'm trying to think. I like the Turbo Granny episode where they explode her.
Like 2, 3?
4.
You think that's better than this
I don't know. It's
episode?
amusing. I was just thinking, God, what do you every comment on TikTok?
Absolutely.
Where I'm just
where
like,
do you think the thoughts generate from, Dan? Me. I'm their
just
thought
like,
starter.
Oh, I wonder this, and you're like, bad take, bro. Idiot take.
I can't ponder back at you.
I guess it's probably the best one. I don't know. I also like the previous episode. The one just before this was really strong.
Oh, with the hair battle?
Yeah, the hair battle was really good.
Mm-hmm. I'd say from an action perspective, it's not the best episode, but there's many, like I've said, I keep saying it, there's so many reasons to love Dandadan. It's the action, it's the romance, and it's the character building. This is just like a cut into the character building is really good, and that's one of the reasons to love Dandadan.
Yeah.
So if you're in it for the fight or you're in it for the romance, then understandably this wouldn't be your favorite episode.
I mean, that's not even really it. This one's probably the best animated. The POV of her running through the street is awesome.
So the first note that I have here, the animation and use of POV is a fucking masterclass. So that scene where she's running after the car, that's third person in the manga. So they made that first person.
Yeah.
And it's not nearly like you saw, she's fucking zooming,
She's
right?
cooking.
And
I'm glad they didn't do that because it's kind of funny in the manga.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's it doesn't nearly hold the same weight.
No.
A lot of the people that were getting destroyed by Dandadan's episode 7, they're single parent. This episode fucking destroyed me.
Right.
They're I couldn't even imagine going through that. You see this single mother struggling to keep a smile on, and the child is the only thing keeping her going kind of thing. The use of POV puts you in, even if you're not a single parent, puts you in that fucking in that perspective. And honestly, this is a trend I've been seeing in anime recently. Them seeing a 3D scene and switching it to POV. Chozo is the first scenario I can think of. Every time I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Every time I love it.
It's really weird and cool.
Yeah.
That Chozo bit I think about every other week at least. Yeah, I love the running. This was this reminded me of the aquarium episode in Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, where when they were doing the dancing, I was like, wow, this is somebody's baby episode.
Yeah.
Whoever directed this episode was nobody enter my office for 48 hours. Yeah. I'm just going to cook.
Because in the manga, it's not there's no water, she dances, but she's very clearly dancing on top of a roof. And this was I love that it's just the sound of her feet swishing across water, light piano music. The stars are in the sky and all of that. And then they don't even show in the way that the manga chapter ends, it's very clearly a jump from a building. This, it was incredibly abstract.
Yeah.
It was she did a leap.
Yeah.
And then it's silence and a thud. And
That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I was that right there, the thud, the silence, the lack of words throughout the entirety of this ordeal. It's just it's background words. It's her huffing and puffing, running down a car, her dancing, her jumping, all just misery and silence.
Yeah.
Fucking I think IMDb rated it a 9.6 out of 10.
It rotating through their activities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it was it would kind of go like that, it swish through their different bonding moments.
Yeah.
It's also just conceptually a really cool and ambitious idea of this ghost. It's we're going to take 5 to 8 minutes getting you attached to this ghost's relationship with not the character you think is her mom.
Yeah.
And so it's she's getting attached to this random little girl, and the whole time I'm oh, when's this girl gonna dye her hair pink?
Yeah.
Then she gets yoinked, and you're still I'm trying to piece it together, and I'm oh, I guess I don't know how this girl grew up. Maybe she got away from them, maybe this, maybe that.
It was Ira.
I thought it was
you
Ira.
Thought it was Ira who got yoinked. Gotcha.
I thought it was Ira. And then something happened, she ended up in a different family, dyed her hair pink, this and that. And then it's not. And then she finds Ira, and Ira's oh, is this my mom? And coincidentally, her mom's dead.
Yeah.
And then the ghost, attached to her. And it's that's so creative and so, different. And also, again, I love that I'm left with this idea of, where's that little girl?
Yeah.
Is she a ghost now? Is she, just gonna grow up to be, a sex slave or, a villain or something like that? I would love if that character comes back. But yeah, just a really cool, ambitious silent 5 to 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
And then the ending being, like, oh, like Turbo Granny, or not Turbo Granny, Acro Silky with her mouth fucking ripped open, right? Like ripped down like a fucking accordion.
I had a note where she was like, they're like, how do we know you're not going to eat her again? And she rips her mouth open. I was like, not reassuring.
Yeah, just like fucking, if you can go through that, I feel as though you can put that back together.
I was like, this is not a more trustworthy face, lady.
But the ending of her story is devastating.
Yeah.
It's absolutely like because she's giving up the entirety of her aura, she's going to the place in between. She's basically like, it's gonna be like she never existed. And Ira has to acknowledge her existence in the end and be like, oh, like calls her mom and all that. Like absolutely devastatingly beautiful. And a lot of that comes from the manga, but a lot of that also comes from the anime's interpretation. And I think, I'm gonna say this, Dandadan's like anime adaptation of its manga is hidden inventory level genius. Like it is like hidden inventory. The reason that hidden inventory in all of JJK season 2 was so good is because JJK is a good manga.
Yeah.
Dandadan is also a good manga, but you can adapt a good manga into a okay product. Look at MHA. Like MHA is an okay product coming from a good manga, and so Dandadan is like being elevated through its anime.
Yeah.
In the same way that JJK is elevated through its anime.
Yeah, I put out a poll asking what people like more in terms of anime, Dandadan or Jujutsu Kaisen. 67% say Dandadan.
That's recency bias.
Out of 40,000 votes.
That's crazy, but that's got to be recency bias.
I don't know. People are saying, time went by. This guy's probably talking about the manga. But people are saying Dandadan because it has more heart than JJK.
That's fair.
The found family trope is well written in Dandadan, while JJK trio and side characters lack deep connections.
That's also fair.
Dandadan has pacing and character progression that feels so natural and not overwhelming. The fights also usually have at least one big character moment that changes how the characters interact outside of the battles. It's not just flashy fighting for the sake of it. I love JJK and its characters, but it feels like a light switch on and off between fighting and character development in JJK, whereas Dandadan, it's all happening at once.
I'm going to be honest, those were 3 very good points. I actually might be on the side of that. I don't want to buy into recency bias here, but I did like literally just catch up with the Dandadan manga recently. Yeah. And I would say, well, it's not done, right? So like I can't like judge the entirety of Dandadan as an IP because like JJK's manga
JJK lost stock after it finished.
And that's the thing. And I was like, so like I can't be like, oh, Dandadan is a better manga until it's over, but like it definitely, all the things that were just said there are accurate. Like in those capacities, Dandadan is a better manga. It does have better heartfelt moments. It is better in terms of character development. The fights are almost equal in terms of stature. Like the fights are fucking incredible. Like I'd say JJK probably takes a better, like I'd say like Dandadan fights are an 8, JJK fights are like a 9.5, 10.
Yeah.
You know, JJK when it comes down to it is a masterclass in writing fights. I would say what makes Dandadan truly special is its character development. And that's something that JJK definitely could have used because a lot of the end of the manga is very hand-wavy, and that's kind of aggravating.
Yeah.
Outside of that...
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, before I forget, I also love how... What's the Acro Silky? I love how she's just getting, like, visibly torn apart.
Yeah.
Through the whole thing, not just with the jaw rip,
like
but that adds
her hair,
to it.
Lit on fire.
Yeah, she's like just a wreck by the end of it, which adds to her story where she was just like a loving mother who like went into financial burden and then got beaten out of recognition.
You want to know what's really
and then
fucked?
Run ragged. What?
So when she's like sleeping with all these guys, they're paying her 3,000 yen. See how much money 3,000 yen is?
Like $40?
25. 25 bucks. It's like, hey girl, I feel like we could be sleeping with less people if we charged a little bit more. I was like, I don't know if like the prostitution market is like super watered down in Japan or something, and you got to be like, well, shit, we're doing 2-for-1s on, you know, fucking you hit both holes and it costs 60 or something, but 3,000 yen, 3,000 yen to hit. It's crazy.
That's also not a deal.
What do you mean? 2-for-1s?
Well, that's not 2
holes for the price of one?
If one hole's $25 and you said hitting 2 holes for 60, it's more money.
You gotta assume the back door is more expensive, Dan.
There's poop in there, Nick.
I'm not saying I want to be there, but
Nicholas,
it's less fun for all involved except for the guy who wants to do it.
The guy's the one getting covered in poop.
But also
also is my point.
Yeah, but also there's extra, Dan, and some people are into that. Germany's a country.
It's just bad economics is all I'm
You're
saying.
so anti-anal. It's crazy.
I'm anti getting ripped off.
That's
Unless
fair.
you're playing Liar's Dice, maybe.
Yeah, in which case, well, you're not the one getting ripped off.
Yeah, exactly.
So you are still anti getting ripped off. I say the what else? Oh, and the last note that I have is that the acro silky jaw rip is straight out of a King Kong movie. Like it literally looks like King Kong just like getting one of those like serpent motherfuckers and just like filleting it.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But yeah, I said 10 out of 10. What would you rank this episode?
9 out of 10?
9 out of 10?
Yeah.
I'll take that. 9 out of 10 is pretty high for you.
Yeah.
That's pretty high for
That's
you.
pretty good episode.
Because you're a frugal rater.
I think I don't know. This was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think you what?
It's between this and the previous episode because I really liked the previous episode.
You love a fight, though.
The previous episode gave me like iconic images. Like I love her hair all like strung up all over the place. She turns into a iguana sometimes. That's cool. Big weird neck. Mm-hmm. I really like Turbo Granny helping him out, doing him a little solid. Like Turbo Granny's getting fun.
Yeah, the fucking what is it? The
cat thing.
Yeah, the Tanaki Neko or something like that. Yeah, just being like, oh yeah, you swallowed a lighter and now you're gonna burn to death.
Yeah.
How about Turbo Granny just pulling out her iPad while everyone's having a fucking terrible moment?
Yeah.
Also, where's she keeping that thing?
Who's she texting?
That's also a great question.
What's Turbo Granny?
She's not.
She's crushing balloons?
No,
like,
she's sending slurs out on Twitter. You know she's putting slurs out on Twitter.
Yeah, she's like yelling about the Little Mermaid recasting.
Like something. She's like not accurate.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't need melanin underwater. That's who it is. Like that's anytime you get a comment and that's just like, wow, that's like devoid of fun. It's probably a yokai. It's yokai with an internet connection. Yeah,
that's happening right now with the How to Train Your Dragon trailer. Have you seen that?
No.
How to Train Your Dragon's getting a live action remake.
Why?
My brother in Christ agreed.
For what fucking reason?
And it looks just like the animated show. And God, does it make me feel old and jaded? So I'm looking at these images, these like recreations in live action, and I'm like, I'll just watch the show. Or I'll just watch the
movies,
animated
several
movie.
movies, yeah.
Well, it's like, it's so, I don't know.
It's so accurate that it just looks like the animated TV show. That's kind of cool, I guess, but at the same time, like I don't.
It's almost too accurate. There's no like style.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's like a one shot recreation.
Yeah, I wish it looks like a fan film because it's so accurate. Like I wish they came in and they were like, yo, this looks like a fucking Zack Snyder movie. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh shit, this is like...
Tell a live action story in the universe, I feel like. Do a How to Train Your Dragon live action because the animated movies are gorgeous. Yeah. They were incredibly well received on a mass scale. Yeah. Like it's Disney animation. It's not like people are like, oh, I don't like animation stuff. Like so many people watch that. That'd be like looking at Wild Robot and being like, now make it live action. For what reason?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. I just don't need it.
No.
I'm also not the biggest How to Train Your Dragon fan.
Yeah.
But like,
is there...
People love it.
I'm sure
people are so into it.
It's like, this is how I feel when people talk about Percy Jackson. I'm like, enough.
People are
enough. Like, you like Greek gods? Grow up. Fucking we all did.
But no, it's just like, it's too accurate to the point where it feels unnecessary. Like it looks like it's gonna be like the Lion King movie, where I'm like, why wouldn't I just watch the original? Mm-hmm. A lot of people, you know, like the Asmongold half of the internet are like mad that they turned the love interest, or they like, I was gonna say they turned her black, but I guess they didn't.
They fucking Robert Downey Jr. dude. She didn't even want to.
Turn them a certain race makes it sound like magic is involved.
Yeah.
But like Joe Biden when he was like, you ain't black.
Yeah, that was J.K. Rowling wanted to add that spell, but they were like, no, stick to transphobia. And she was like, fuck, all right.
Yeah, but no, they cast a black actress as Astrid, the love interest.
Oh, people were like, there's
Vikings.
No black Vikings.
Yeah, that's the whole beef.
Oh, because they're not fucking riding dragons?
I know.
You turtle jerk off. Shut the fuck up.
That's the counter beef.
Oh my fucking God.
You know what my beef is with the casting?
If I had a Death Note, I would use it. I would fucking, I'd run out of space.
I've been thinking about that so frequently, but I'll be in the shower for 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. Like,
it keeps me up at night sometimes.
Fantasizing about like, if I had teleportation, the way I'd just be like, popping into like Elon Musk's house, popping into the White House, Trump, like
get him all.
But like my beef with the casting is that Hiccup, the lead, who's supposed to be this like awkward dweeb social outcast, is played by like the closest thing to Timothée Chalamet you can get without actually casting Timothée Chalamet. Look up the trailer. Look at this like beyond conventionally handsome like 17-year-old kid that they got doing
it's voiced by, and I do not know his name, but he's in all of like the Seth Rogen.
Jay something.
Yeah, he's in all the Seth Rogen movies as like fucking wheezing Canadian.
Yeah,
like that's it.
He's like, how am I gonna save Burke?
How am I gonna? Yeah, it's so.
But look up the trailer. This kid is like,
honestly, he looks like that guy.
He looks like Sanji from the live action One Piece. Like, cast that 40-year-old man.
Dude, fucking who gives a shit?
Like Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fucking look at the chin on this kid.
Yeah, he's like an Austin Butler type, and it's like. This kid, the actor looks like he would bully Hiccup from the original.
Yeah, he is definitely conventionally attractive. His haircut is stupid as shit. I'll give you that.
Well, they're giving him the Jim Halpert. Like,
they're flattening that thing all the way out. That is.
He's just too like he looks too much.
His skin
like
is perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
Skin is perfect.
He looks too much. He looks like the mean, handsome rival of like. A protagonist character.
He does kind of look like the main character of a Disney exclusive basketball-based movie. I don't know why, but like that's just the vibes I'm getting from him.
That's so fair.
He kind of looks like a Zac Efron type. Like he looks like the 5'8", like somehow main lead of a Disney exclusive basketball team who's going a movie that's going to fucking D1 Duke on a full ride. And it's like you're a 5'8" point guard.
That's why. And look, I've like gone on TikTok and ragged on a movie everyone's excited about enough times to know that I shouldn't do it for this one. Mm-hmm. But like those are my qualms with it. It looks too similar to it looks so similar that it like voids its necessity of existence. Yeah. And that kid needs to be uglier.
White people are do you have to realize white people are so horny for Vikings. They're so
They love Vikings. They love a remake. Mm-hmm. They love something that like an animation studio is spoon feeding them.
I never get the Viking hype, but I think it's because I'm not like a white person who's desperate for culture. Like fucking white people of all nationalities are like, that's our like Viking is tribal, and they're like, oh, remember when we were I don't fucking know, but Vikings have become so
rapists and murderers, but more out in the open about it.
Yeah, who are just fucking cutting down more advanced civilizations and stripping the gold off their crosses.
I get it to an extent. Like, I love, like, you know, a shirtless dude with 2 axes, like, covered in blood. It's a cool vibe.
I love a berserker.
I like a pillage. I like a berserker. Yeah. I like half of the guys in For Honor. Mm-hmm. Vikings are cool until you realize that they don't really have that much history and lore.
Yeah.
Because they weren't really good at keeping records.
Because they were stupid and they burnt shit professionally. That's it.
Like they're pirates. Like I love Vinland Saga. It's my favorite manga of all time. Mm-hmm. I think Vinland Saga has like...
It's not even that Viking heavy though. That's my thing.
It's incredibly Viking heavy.
Like it's like, of course it's about Vikings. But like the most
That's like being like One Piece isn't about pirates.
Fucking hardly. Like that, this is my point. This is my point, Dan. Thank you for making it for me, all right? Fucking... The One Piece is a story about superheroes on boats. I don't care what, they're not fucking pirates. Oh, because they don't listen to the government. There's like 6 factions. There's like 6 fucking factions in One Piece. There's the Revolutionary Army. There's the fucking Kamabarka Army, which is actually just a part of the Revolutionary Army. There's pirates. There's fucking Blade, which is a subsection of the Navy that has retired from the Navy because they don't like the Navy. There's the Elders, the Celestial Dragons. Nobody listens to the fucking Navy in One Piece. Just not listening to the Navy doesn't make you a pirate. It just makes you an anarchist or a superhero with a boat.
Just makes you not the Navy.
It makes you not the Navy. Nobody likes the Navy in One Piece. They're not pirates.
Yeah.
It's like in the same way that fucking Naruto's not about ninjas. Not by the end.
We got a comment on that already.
What?
Naruto isn't about ninjas.
Naruto is not about, by the end of the story, it's not about ninjas. It's about mech. It's about chakra
it's about
mech.
cyborgs.
It's about fucking cyborg. Well, nowadays is fucking, they have chain guns.
I know every time I like see a Boruto clip, it's some doofus wearing like Cyclops' Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it. I hate
the
that
future.
look.
Like in Boruto,
Is it like Shikamaru wearing that? Like a little visor thing
no,
or
you
something?
were talking Shino. Shino, they gave
Shino
the
was
fucking
wearing
they
that?
gave him the like the 2012 Kanye shutter shades.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
Ugh,
Not a
awful.
good look at all.
But no, so the How to Train Your Dragon thing is like, oh, I get the Viking thing, but they don't have enough lore. Like all the lore that you get in
Marvel.
Is like the lore of Vikings.
Yeah.
There's a book called Norse Mythology by a now canceled Neil Gaiman. Have you heard about that? Because Neil Gaiman is like actually sexually assaulting women recently.
I don't know who Neil Gaiman is. But based off that last name alone, fuck, man, he probably had it tough as a kid. You know? Like, come on. You imagine growing up with the last name Gaiman? Oh, you get fucking... My last name was Connor, all right? And I still got made fun of. I got called the Dick Connor.
Dick Connor?
Yeah, I should have said my first name was
What's the
Nick.
pun?
I should have said my first name was
Oh,
Nick.
because
Dick. Yeah.
So you didn't get made fun of.
Yeah, because I know the Connor. I don't know why. I don't know. It was a neural connection. It was neural synapses coming together here.
I got a lot of like when I'd go to a friend's house, their parents would be like, "What's the matter, Motta?" And I just get like violent flashes of like me putting a screwdriver in their neck.
That's when your teleportation manifests. You're just like, you're my first one. Thank you.
But
like Kelsier fucking breaking.
yeah, yeah.
Thanks. I'm halfway through book 3.
Let's go. It should be getting good soon.
It's good.
Okay,
It's good
good.
now.
But no, I get the Viking vibe. But yeah, there's a book, Norse Mythology, Neil Gaiman, and all the lore in that is like all the lore Vikings had. And so once you realize that most Viking stories are like really repetitive, then you move on to Norse mythology or Greek
you grow
mythology.
A really long beard, and you get a Viking tribal tattoo that you don't understand, and then you run around shirtless and you cosplay with all your friends.
Yeah, you just get a Celtic knot and then make TikToks going like, no, hey,
It's like you can't swim. Stop that. don't stop that. You wouldn't be a good Viking.
Dude, if we knew a guy...
You're Christian. You can't be a Viking if you're Christian. They killed them. That was their whole thing.
The second you find a guy who looks Viking enough to do a skit like that, I love to do that where it starts like that and they're like, there once was a sailor on the seas. And then you like bust him there and you're like, come with me. He's like, what? And you like drag him and you like...
By the beard?
Yeah, drag him by the beard.
Come here, you stupid idiot.
You like put him on a boat. He's like, no, please, I can't swim.
I eat a devil fruit. But yeah, no. So Dandadan, good episode.
Great episode. Yeah, probably the best one. You're right.
Is it the best episode of the season though?
What other shows came out this year? JJK season 2, technically?
No, maybe. Was it?
God, what else came out?
What was last season about?
I don't know.
MHA.
No.
Nope. Nothing in there. I mean, I liked the final episode. I liked Iron Might.
Anything from Elusive Samurai?
No.
Yeah, the problem is Elusive Samurai is entirely carried by its animation.
Yeah.
And this, I care about the characters more. Not Demon Slayer.
I'm gonna go through it. I'm doing the thing. Not Demon Slayer.
Not Demon Slayer.
I'm opening my anime list. My anime list has officially replaced Pornhub for me in most searches. Most recent. You know how when you open Google, it gives you your 3 top websites.
Just like when you asked me if I did the Anne Frank joke, I'm gonna tell you no. That my top 3 aren't porn sites.
No, but like I'm saying me. I'm saying I do the jerking. I'm the one who jerks his peanuts. Blue Lock season 2 is at a 6.68 on my anime list. That's crazy.
Is that out of what?
10. Uzumaki was at a 5.96. Fuck off.
Oh, 5.96.
Fuck off. That's a good show. So it's nothing from this season for sure. Let's see. Summer 2024. Oshinoko. I'd put some episodes of Oshinoko up.
I don't remember what came out in like January.
Historia. Fucking man.
What was the big one that around that time?
What the fuck did we talk about in the summer 2024?
Hayao Miyazaki.
You're right, we did. Holy shit, I forgot we did 13 Miyazaki films.
I know, I was like, what was the main event to that one? And it was that.
Demon Slayer, Kaiju number 8? No. ReZero, Konosuba.
Bad year.
Fucking Windbreaker?
No. How dare you?
My Hero. All right, I'm going back to winter 2024 here.
TYBW?
TYBW is good. I mean,
does anyone think any of them Is there a better episode than the Dandadan? Frieren.
Frieren was,
one?
I think that was last year.
2 people are saying Frieren. All Frank.
I'm getting fucking worked by something asking me to confirm. I'm getting like the "Are you a robot" thing, and it's AI generated images. So like, it's like which one are hats? And it's like a bed that looks like a hat.
Ooh.
Jesus fucking Christ!
What are you talking?
Dude, I was just getting my ass kicked. Oh, fucking Dungeon Meshy was
That someone just said it.
What?
Yeah, Dungeon Meshy.
Dungeon Meshy. Yeah. So Frieren was last year. Dungeon Meshy is the only thing. Solo leveling in Dungeon Meshy are the only 2 things that could give it a run for its money.
Yeah, people are saying Dungeon Meshy and Frieren. Frieren
wasn't this year.
People are saying
It wasn't. It was last year.
All right.
It's older than people think. It's 28 episodes. That's why it started a long time ago.
Yeah. Dungeon Meshy?
What episode though from Dungeon Meshy?
I don't know, where they fucking eat a mushroom or something.
Did you finish Dungeon Meshy?
No.
You didn't?
No, I will.
It was your homework. You haven't done any of. You're not even done with Frieren.
No, I'm bad at homework.
But why?
Well, because you keep
Giving you things that you want to react to.
No, I'm not going to react to Frieren or Dungeon Meshy.
Because it's too good.
Frieren's too slow.
Okay.
Dungeon Meshy is too. The formula's too repetitive. Anything that's like. What?
You're such an asshole. You've reacted to 7 fucking seasons of Bungo Stray Dogs. Oh, it's not repetitive. Oh, there's a superpowered guy. Who should we call up? Our favorite close-eyed detective who can see a picture and solve it. Oh, fun episode, everybody.
I'm gonna give you a chance to back the fuck up right now.
I'm
gonna
sorry.
give you one
I'm sorry. Is your AJR-based fan base gonna come for me?
I'm gonna give you one tiny little chance.
Nope, not. I'm fucking owning that one. I'm owning it.
I warned you, Jake.
Too many expansion. My knees don't work too good, Jake.
Yeah, I did have tough knees.
Yeah, it didn't work out so well.
Yeah, funny what fighting a 60-year-old man will do.
I'll fight a 60-year-old man tomorrow. He made it look easy, dog.
He did make it look exceptional. Let's get Mike Tyson in the anime debate box.
I'll do it. Fucking hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, but fucking yeah, probably the best episode of the season of the year.
Yeah,
of the year.
I'd say the best episode of the year.
I agree.
All right, should we talk about Arcane?
Yeah.
But before we get into Arcane, we have a game.
Okay.
Danny's gonna blind rank Arcane women by attractiveness.
Okay.
AKA the women that he wants to end up with here. I have 10 women right here. 1 through 10. You can rank them, but you don't know who's coming next.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, don't even. Coming up, number 1, Jinx. Write these down at home. It'll be up on YouTube, but yeah.
Write these down at home.
Absolutely. Play along with us. Jinx, number what?
4. I think that's gonna be controversial, but I think that's what my heart of hearts and bone of bones is telling me.
You know what? I'm thinking right now. 4's good spot.
Yeah, right.
There's 3 people I would put above Jinx.
That's what I'm feeling.
Yep. Okay. Maddie Nolan.
Whom?
You can look these up. Use a visual aid here.
Is she the Irish one?
Is she Irish?
What's her name?
Maddie Nolan. She's
M.A.
She's Caitlyn's girlfriend. New girlfriend.
Yeah. The Irish one. She's
Yeah.
like vaguely Irish, red hair.
Yeah.
She's a cutie.
I knew she would be right down your fucking lane.
She's a cutie. Yep. Here's the thing about Jinx. Mm-hmm. They went real hard with the heroin strung out
If
mess
you're
of
into
a person.
Y2K girls, if you're into fucking manic pixie princesses, then yeah, boy.
I'm into the Disney Channel version of goth, where it's she likes black clothes, loves Kingdom Hearts. Shut the fuck up!
Your girlfriend is a thrifting vegetarian.
Yeah, I didn't say she was my type. Sometimes things just happen.
That's fair, very fair. Dorothy is my type. Do a D.
Do a D.
Do a T.
Look, I'm not Sarah's type either. Sarah's type is Harrison Ford currently.
So in a plane crash?
So an old man, you are way behind on your Harrison Ford lore. That was 10 years ago.
He's been in 4 plane crashes. He's a bad pilot.
He just loves cocaine.
He does love cocaine.
Yeah, Sarah's type is Harrison Ford right now. That is to say, a preppy old man.
Okay, cool.
Not me. I love a Disney Channel goth. She likes black, loves...
Shigo.
Shigo.
Yep.
Love a Shigo. Like
who was the blue-haired girl from Totally Not Island or whatever the fuck it was called?
Total Drama
Total
Island.
Drama Island.
That's
Sam?
goddamn Gwen.
Gwen.
Yeah, but I was into Bridget too.
She was built like a fucking...
They're all built like
Dude.
fucking apples with the stem as their torso.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That was... Whoa.
But,
that was an awakening for me.
I love a Disney Channel goth, you know, not actually dangerous or edgy. She just likes the vibe.
Yeah.
Jinx will, like, you'll be cuddling in her fucking mountain of hypodermic needles, and she'll be like, you want to carve each other's initials into each other's backs? I knew a kid in 5th
My
grade
type
who was
is real
doing that.
goths. Like, my type is like metalhead fucking tattoos on their...
That's not even Jinx, though. Jinx is, like, fucking, like, hard. Like, she'll stab a bitch for some shimmer, you know? That's not your type.
I'd hold on to the coattails as long as I could.
That's so not your type.
Buddy,
Take it-
why do we
you're
do this?
good.
Why do we do this every time?
I knew a kid in 5th grade who him and his 5th grade girlfriend were like etching each other's initials into their wrists.
Yeah, it's seen as fuck. That's dope. That's seen as fuck. That's super sick. Good for them. I hope they're still together. All right, Madeline Nolan. Where? Maddie Nolan. Where?
Maddie Nolan? Oh, that's right. 3. Because of what I just said about Jinx. They went too hard with Jinx. I love a Harley Quinn, you know, where it's like, oh, she's silly and goofy.
She
and
threw herself into a vat of acid for the Joker.
That's ooh quirky girl.
You're ridiculous.
You know, like
you want the Harley Quinn who fucks Batman. That's what you want.
I'm trying to explain to you what I want, and you keep being like, I like the heroine.
I'm explaining to you what you want.
No.
You want the Harley Quinn that fucks Batman because that's the Harley Quinn that can be reached.
This Jinx is too hard for me.
Yeah,
She's too
exactly.
real. She's too fucking real.
You're like fucking Goldilocks over there. All right, Caitlyn.
Caitlyn? 6.
Bad choice.
I don't like Caitlyn.
Bad choice. Can I do mine as well?
Go on.
Okay. No, I shouldn't. I'm not
Why?
gonna take your thing.
Do it after me. Like, I
Okay.
say mine, then you do yours right now.
Okay.
Caitlyn, who?
Jinx.
Yeah.
4. Good choice.
Thanks.
Maddie Nolan. 7.
3 was high, 7's wild, though.
7. No, come on.
She's been in like 2 scenes, so I understand.
Caitlyn.
Yeah. You're insane. You're insane. I don't care what you're about to say. You're crazy for it.
2.
You're crazy.
2.
You're crazy.
She looks like Dorothy.
I know she does. I didn't want to say it, but
Come on.
she's just such a bitch.
I'm ranking on aesthetics also. Also, she's not a bitch.
She's aesthetically a bitch.
Did you not see what happened in the last episode with Ambessa? She's literally the only reason that the werewolf guy didn't die sooner.
Yeah, that's nice of her to stop being fascist after 3 full episodes of being a fascist.
Okay, 3 episodes of being a fascist is a lot shorter stint than a lot of people have.
Were you into her being a Dracula
You
briefly?
made an entire fucking video about how you wanted to fuck Ambessa. Literally black female Hitler. Don't even.
Get to Ambessa and I'll fucking put her right where she belongs.
Yeah? All right, Vi.
Vi's also a little too real for me, but I like where she's coming from. Punk rock Vi.
I should write down our numbers here.
Okay.
So we keep track of it. 4.
I'll give her, oh my God, I give that chick a 3. What was I thinking?
You went out of your skull.
I gotta give her a 2 then. Vi's 2.
Vi's 2?
Yeah. I'm out of my mind.
So I
put Jinx at 4 is crazy. That was my mistake.
Why Jinx at 4 is not crazy. That's objectively the right choice.
Because then it locked me into putting that other girl at 3, and now Vi's better than that girl, so she's got to be 2. Where's Vi?
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah,
1.
1.
My
A
type.
1-a-reno.
2 a T.
A ding 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 ring a ding ding.
Reno. Oh my God, dude.
To a T.
Dude.
The one, I love how you're like Caitlyn at 2 because she looks like Dorothy, Vi at 1 because she looks like a different woman.
Hey, Dan, my type is big, all right? My type is big, all right? Listen, I love Dorothy. She's tall. She's gorgeous. She's way hotter than I deserve.
Yeah.
She's a better person than I am. If she put on like 35 pounds of muscle,
35
dude,
is a whopping amount.
Dude, if she just had a fucking sculpt back, I
just can't imagine Dorothy. Like, I come in one day for the pod, and Dorothy's like, "Hey, Nick, do you want this coconut?" Cringe.
Danny,
She's just sucking.
Danny, stop! I'm getting hard. Don't do this to
Like,
me.
just like sticks a straw in a raw pineapple and sucks
Sucks
it
the
inside
juice out
out.
and it's like it's ready for you. Oh my God, Dan, stop! We need to listen, Danny. I haven't
We
even
need to
done
stop this line of thinking.
I haven't even done this level of fantasization with Dorothy.
You hit your top 4 so fast.
Because I know who I am.
All
here.
right, next.
Mbisa.
And
Mbessa.
That's a ring-a-ding-ding, baby.
One
That's a ring-a-ding-ding.
55-year-old woman. Listen, I get it.
She's a 55 out of 10, my brother.
Oh, listen, I get it. She's number 3 for me.
Dude, they have her in such an array of sexy little outfits this season. The one where it looks like a fucking black sun is growing out of her head.
The mask on.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Dude, Mbessa could crack me like an almond, my brother.
Brother, she
Yeah,
would.
I
You're
love
her
Mbessa.
type to a T.
Yeah, I am.
Listen, Mbessa's getting, she's just fucking finding the squirreliest little white boy she can find.
Oh, I love that scene when she's like, harder, my love. You won't break it. And gives her a deeper tissue massage. That's me, dude.
Now,
I'm so good at a deep tish.
You want a big old leaf that you can fan a woman with so badly?
Yeah.
You just want to be a chief of fan operations. That's
me,
you.
dude. I want to be the CEO of them buns.
Okay, Alora.
Holmst?
Alora.
I'll look it up. You give me what your Mbessa is.
Mbessa's 3 for me.
Okay. Fair. How do I spell Alora?
Elora. She's
I've never seen this woman before.
I think she's
very pretty. I'll give her. I've already got 4 through. I don't have 2, so that's good. I'll give her 6.
6?
She's fine.
It's too high.
Too high?
Too high.
She's pretty.
I'm giving her an 8.
All right, that's fair. I probably fucked myself. Go on.
Savika.
Sevica?
Yep.
Yeah, I fucked myself. 5.
I'm gonna be real with Dan. I don't see the hype.
She's huge.
But not in the right way for me. I don't know, like something about it, just not in the right. Especially with the new haircut, like the
New haircut's whack.
the chin,
Bad
chin
hair.
length.
Yeah.
No, it's just not for me here. What do I have? I got 4, 7, 2, 3. I'm gonna give her. Ooh.
Pre-haircut, she's 5. Post-haircut, she's 10. Like, there isn't an uglier person.
I'm gonna give her a 9. Mel.
Mel's my 2.
Mel's your 2.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
Mel is real attractive. Also, I just realized her mom is 1 and she's 2.
Oh, Danny's got a type.
Oh, boy.
Danny's got a type, but it's not Sarah.
Yeah.
Mel for me is gonna be. I have my 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mel's my 5.
Ain't that tough? Below, you really?
I can live with that.
She's below
I
Jinx?
can live with that. I can live with that. I can't live with that. I almost said about it, actually.
Yeah.
The worst part is I know who's coming up.
Yeah.
Jinx should be below Mel.
Yeah.
That Jinx should be. Jinx is 5.
I know. Jinx at 4 was too
It was an
high,
ambitious
I think.
pick. It was
Yeah.
because in my head I was like, I know there's going to be 3 people at least above Jinx. It's
Yeah.
going to be Vi.
Yep.
It's going to be
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn, and it's going to be Mbessa.
Yeah. And Mel, though. Yeah.
Mel's hot. Mel's really hot. I like all the white dots thing. It's hot.
I know. Her jewelry's great.
All right. Ximena Talis.
My lord.
XIM. I told you, there's not a lot of women in this show.
Zemina. Fucking 10.
Ximena Talis.
This is such an old one.
You're going to regret that, Dad. Zemina's getting an 8 from me because coming up, last entry on the list, the Hex Core.
The Hex Core.
The Hex Core.
Dude, I would fucking daddle the Hex Core.
Yeah.
I would hammer the Hex Core harder than Jace
So
hammers
no beers?
Victor.
No beers for the Hex
No
Core?
beers for the Hex Core,
Dead
dude.
sober to fuck the Hex Core.
I'd fucking nosedive into the Hex Core, baby.
Hex Core.
If I come out looking like Jace, I would head.
Do you want to know what you have for the Hex Core?
What do I have?
You have your 1, 2. Dan, you haven't used your 3 yet. Oh, no.
That's
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. I got 8, right?
Nope.
7?
7.
7's the Hex Core. It's above.
Oh, wait. No, you said Ximena Talis was your 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your 7 is the Hex Core. Which means it is above Alora. It is above 2 human women.
Dude, talk about dang old glorious evolution, man.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. If you got the powers of
Dude, a big writhing fucking clit.
Yeah. That's how it works, baby.
I just feel not clever this episode.
I feel like I'm on top of it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been absolutely crushing the pun game here. All right, that's our official list.
I can't believe you didn't do that furry that like paints tattoos onto the dude's legs, because she's real hot. And instead you had Ximena Talis.
I just looked up characters. I looked up. I don't remember her.
Yeah.
I looked up characters in Arcane, and she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Fuck.
She's sick.
Where would you put her? Don't think about any other numbers. Where do you put her?
Where did I put her, my dude? She's like two or
She's
three.
up there. She's up there,
way
right?
Up there.
I don't think I put her above. I don't put her above Vi or Caitlyn.
Okay.
I don't think I put her above Mbessa. I do. I put her above Mbessa.
Yeah, I might also put her above Mbessa.
Listen, I'll say it.
I think she's one.
Fucking one?
Yeah, I think she's one.
One is crazy work.
She's one.
One is absolute. That's absolutely what your fan base wants to hear from you, Dan. And I appreciate you pandering to the crowd, but one is crazy work.
She's hot.
Listen, I think Lola Bunny did irreparable damage to my frontal lobe. I do, because I love a set of ears on a woman. My God.
Dude, she's just painting drugs on that dude.
She's
I'm like, what's a fella got to do to slip on in
lose
there?
your legs, apparently.
Yeah.
Fucking break your spine.
Yeah. That's a sick way to administer drugs, too.
A little bit of body paint.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the 3 episodes that dropped?
Nah.
That's fair. Fucking honking banonkies.
This is a long episode.
This is a long episode.
Yeah, let's talk about it. What did you think? This is arc 2 of season 2.
Uh-huh.
And what'd you think?
The first 5 minutes of every episode being a music video is absurd. I'll say that right now. I hate that I have to do like a several scene still music video, and then I have to go, oh, the misery, and then 3 to 4 minutes into the fucking episode, they're like, oh yeah, music's done.
Yeah, it's a musical. Arcane is a musical.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
It's like mix in one song during the show if you're gonna do that, cowards.
Yeah. One of the episodes didn't start with a music video. I think it was the third one. And it had me on edge the whole episode. I was like, when's it coming?
Yeah.
When's the Imagine Dragons coming?
Yeah, so that's been absurd. My next note is Catherine, you two-timing bitch. Because boy, oh boy, did I forget that her name was Caitlyn. I went on vibes. Catherine, you two-timing bitch. Because first off, episode 3 ends, and it's like, oh, Caitlyn and Vi are breaking up because Vi is like, oh, I can't condone being a part of the Enforcers. And then the first thing you see in episode 4 is just Caitlyn being like, yeah, great clit. Fucking
new girl. Yeah,
whatever your name is, Maddie.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I know, that was wild work. That was quick work she was making.
Also, just insane the sheer amount of lesbians there is in the Enforcer Squad and just in this show in general. Because Caitlyn, no struggles dating.
Caitlin's
no struggles dating whatsoever.
Yeah, I think the only straight character in the show is
Jace.
Yeah, maybe Jace.
Who just who killed the dude who just got healed. Yeah.
Jace is maybe the only straight character in the show, although there is an outstanding argument to be made that he and Victor are in love.
I mean, kind of, except for the fact
he did put a hole through.
He did punch a hole through the chest of Victor.
He did pump Victor full of his energy.
Oh, dude, he gave him the whole hex load.
Yeah.
But that's not for a little while here. And then I said, did I miss an episode? Because it's just episode 4 starts and it's a bunch of shit happened and you're like, I have no idea how we got here. Vi's got black hair. Jinx is running around with the girl. Caitlyn is head Nazi. And I get that she gets elected in episode 3, but shit just fucking it seems it almost felt like there was a time skip, a several month time skip between arc 1 and arc 2.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay. Was there?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a year?
A year?
Roughly a year. You saw Jace. He's got long hair and a beard.
Yeah, what's going? I have so many questions.
Jace, I believe, got trapped in the Hex Core.
Why?
Because it was his number 7 pick and all the others were taken.
Okay, fair. Funny joke. Good job. But also answer my question.
Because he touched it. He was like, this is incredible. And then he touched it and everything freaked out and he got sucked into it along with Heimerdinger and what's his face? Echo. And then he got trapped in it for what I assume is a year, judging by his hair and beard and the fact that everyone else is
Where's
older.
Heimerdinger and Echo?
Also still in there, I think. I think Victor pulled Jace out. That's why he brought that emissary, gave him his legs back. Pulled him out. Pulled him out.
Oh, yes, yeah. And then Jace just proceeds to fucking
smoosh him.
Just to smoosh the guy
Yeah.
who's like, I'm healed.
Yeah,
and my literal note was, my note was, I said, Jace, he just got his legs back. Come on.
That guy should have seen it coming, though, because he goes, Jace goes,
victim blaming the hammer victim.
Jace goes, I can't let you leave, and the guy goes, that's a shame, and keeps walking out, back turned to Jace.
Yeah, and then Jace was like, all right, well, to fucking whack a mole over here.
Yeah, so, yeah, he got trapped for a year. My theory, my theorem is that, so Victor is very clearly being like manipulated by something within the hex.
You think?
I do
Because he
think.
was kind of just Jesus. Like, it seemed like he was doing exactly what he wanted to be doing.
But he's also got Sky, that girl, in his head, which
Oh, she's dead, isn't she?
she's dead.
Yeah.
The hex core killed her in season 1. And
She
now,
was, like, very much around.
yep, and then she died. The thing zapped her to death. And now she's like in his head and telling him to do things. And so I think the hex core is manipulating him. It's some evil entity. And that entity is also in Jace's head because Jace is seeing demons and shit.
Okay.
And so I think...
Or do you think Jason knows that Victor is, like, being manipulated by the hex core, and that's why he's trying to kill everybody tied to Victor?
That's possible, but my theory is that the same entity is like manipulating both of them because there's a bit where Singed tells Victor that he's losing his powers. Every time he uses them, it like drains like a battery.
Yeah.
And I think the reason the entity had Victor like release Jace is so that he could bring his corrupted ass hammer and pump Victor full of more void energy.
Why would he want
To
Victor
recharge him. Because this thing's using Victor as a host.
Gotcha. And that's why like when Singed, who's the doctor who trained Victor, comes and he's like, every time you use this ability, he's like, your power is infinite.
Yeah.
So you think Jace is trying to help Victor by shooting him full of void energy?
I think Jace is being tricked into helping Victor.
By
the thing inside, like using Victor as a host.
Gotcha.
By Sky.
By Sky.
Yeah.
So because they're like, oh, Victor like isn't going to be able to be a host for long because he's helping so many people, we need him to get more energy. So you think Victor's still alive?
I do.
Doesn't he like dissolve? He dissolved.
He didn't dissolve. I think he just had a big hole in his stomach and his eyes were open and
then
he was dead.
And then he was super dead and also everybody he ever touched fucking also
collapsed.
died. Yeah.
Yeah, they collapsed though. We don't know if they died. People are making assumptions that they died. Would you think of Singed being like, I made this creation to help cure my daughter, and they're like, cure of what? And he's like, cure of what? Dude, she's not two wolves. She's not a wolf with robot hands. What do you mean?
She's not Vander, dog. It was like, the affliction that gets us all, death. And it's like, hey, man, we're not answering questions here. No shit, she's dead.
I love that he's like, I want to cure my daughter by making a giant double wolf with claws for
he was like,
hands.
hey, also, why'd you make the drug that's ravaging the impoverished? And he's like, I got my daughter here.
Yeah, that's the problem. There are big pacing issues so far with this season. Like,
unpack it.
The Caitlyn and Vi's like SEAL Team 6 squad that had that girl that Caitlyn's now fucking.
Yeah. What was
like,
that, 30 minutes?
Created, disbanded immediately.
Shield Guy is the most present, least important character I've ever interacted with in media ever.
Yeah.
Has he said a word yet?
Probably.
Do we know his name?
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
I just don't know his name. But like, they were created at the end of episode 1 of the first arc or whatever, disbanded immediately.
Yeah.
Like, immediately the next episode. That's too fast. Echo and Heimerdinger, like, not in this season at all. Especially considering Echo was, like, kind of set up to be another rival to Jinx in season 1.
Yeah.
The Victor and Jace stuff is, like, it just all feels like it needs more time in the oven. Like, I'm gonna need a thorough explanation as to why Singed made a giant double wolf.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Outside of, like, doing it for daughter. And it's like, hey, we need a connection here.
Yeah, that's insane.
Actually,
the Black Rose stuff, like that...
Can I explain it to you?
Go on.
Because he was like, oh, if we combined the regenerative abilities of the wolf with Victor's body, he would become immortal. Right. So maybe it's like, he's researching, like he's like making Vander into this regenerative beast, so he can figure out like how to regenerate tissue for his daughter.
I can't
answer why he needs Shimmer.
Use less wolf.
Yeah, that's fair. Like also, like why wolf in the first place?
The recipe should not be 2 parts wolf, 1 part man.
Also, how did he get Vander's body exactly?
I don't remember.
It's
probably something in season 1.
This is what I was saying. This is when I was like texting the group chat, like very upset. I was like, fucking, there's too many things happening. Like I was like, it was almost felt like a breath of fresh air when Vi and Jinx were just like trying to reconnect with their father.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about fucking Heimendinger, Echo, Caitlyn, Jace, Victor, Mel, the Black Witches, or Rosen.
Yeah.
Like there's too much shit going on and we're not explaining any of it.
I would disagree because I like.
It's also the last 3 episodes coming up.
That's why I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Like knowing there's only 3 episodes left of this quote unquote series before they maybe make spinoffs, I'm like, hey guys, this is too much to wrap up in like 2 hours.
A sheer amount, like the way that like one Mbisa has to be like destroyed, and like they have to be like, oh, like it has to be revealed that Mbisa's been using the Black Roses or the Black Witches or whatever their names are, and like exchanging her kids for power or something. And then it's like, oh, what's going on with Vander? Because isn't he a playable character? Like he's the werewolf.
Well, yes, now he's a playable character.
What's his name? Fucking
Warwick.
Yeah, Warwick. He's like a playable character. Is he dead? How is he going to come back into the fold if he dies? Like,
yeah. Well, we'll find out immediately next episode. But yeah, it's like...
has it ever been revealed that he is Vi and Jinx's father?
He's not.
What do you mean?
He's not.
What do you mean?
He's like their dad, but like adoptive father.
But didn't they do the whole thing where it was like...
They did the backstory.
Where it was like their mom.
Yeah. And she was like, I got these babies from so-and-such.
Oh.
And he's like, she's like, me and so-and-such got to name them.
Well, then
And
who
he's
the fuck
like...
made Jinx? I get Vi being a mistake, but who made Jinx?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Because
Some other kid?
They said that, oh, he's your dad too.
Well, adoptive. He took him under his wing.
But has it ever been revealed that Warwick has a relationship with Vi or Jinx? I don't know the lore of League of Legends.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. I'm not that deep in the lore, but I think it's like...
This is all new.
Yeah,
like everything that they're establishing is like, oh, these are the backstories.
There's a lot of mystery, like with Arcane. Like people, I follow League of Legends lore channels, and they're like theorizing. Like Arcane's doing its own shit.
Okay. And is it like canon now in the League of Legends universe? Like this is like, oh,
Yeah.
they're confirmed backstories?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, I guess.
I believe so. I believe Arcane is like the canon now. But like, you know what I'm worried about? Because this is getting wrapped up so quickly, because this is randomly its last season, and because this is objectively the most expensive TV show, animated TV show ever.
It is?
It is.
That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense, but also it doesn't really make sense. If I could put on my hater hat for 1 minute, good sir.
Oh boy.
So a lot of the fights are just like stylized slideshows.
There's been...
You know when they do like a big punch and they don't animate it, it's just like punch and then it's punch and then it's just like a style. Listen, I'm not saying that the animation
only Vi versus Vander.
Well, yes, but I get, like, I'm not saying that Arcane doesn't look gorgeous. It absolutely looks gorgeous, but like occasionally they like throw in a couple of slideshow moments and I don't get it.
It's just, well, here's the thing, it being expensive is a good thing because it means the animators are getting paid well.
True.
So like,
they got to make all these fucking AMVs.
Yeah, so true. It's expensive because they got to pay Linkin Park and Hosier and Imagine Dragons.
And their new fucking vocalist. Sing the intro to episode 7.
But it's good that it's expensive because it means the animators are getting paid well. And also it's incredibly difficult to animate. I just kind of full on disagree about the slideshow stuff. There's only been one that I can think of.
Oh, there's a couple.
I don't think so.
I think there's almost one in every episode.
There's like the music videos, some of them are slideshow.
Yeah.
But they're like in a different art style. Yeah, the music videos are.
I can tell you
that
right
is
now.
weird that the music videos
There's been no less than 3 slideshow fight moments. And I'm just saying it's weird. And like the most expensive animated TV show, that's like breaking the bounds of animation that for some reason they're using slideshow fights.
It's just expensive to do
Yes.
in this art style.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous though. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not gorgeous. I'm just saying I'm literally just pointing out and being like weird.
It's not like a Blue Lock though. Like
No,
I
of
don't
course
know, the slideshows aren't like, other than the music videos, which a lot of people have been like, we don't need one every episode.
Yeah.
And those are slideshows.
They're padding time with those.
I like, which is weird because it's already feeling rushed.
Yeah.
But like the Vi versus Warwick fight is slideshowish, but I like it because it feels like these like titans fighting. Like it's like
it's stylized for sure. Yeah.
But with it being expensive, with this being the last season, with it feeling rushed, I'm so afraid that they're gonna be like, okay, Arcane's done. Now comes like the next League of Legends show, and it looks like Castlevania, like every other Netflix animated show does. You know what I
Maybe,
mean?
and they could pass it off as like, oh, Heimendinger and Echo are now in like the hex core world, so of course it looks different.
Well, I mean, like, or they just are like, you know, it's in a different country,
Yeah.
you know, like, because that's probably what they do. But like, I'm so afraid of them just ditching this art
Castlevania
style.
looks gorgeous. How fucking dare you?
But I'm so sick of every fucking like
Blood of
the
Zeus,
Witcher,
Castlevania.
yeah, Blood of Zeus, the Witcher one, the Lara Croft one that just came out, the Terminator one.
They all look the same.
All look the same.
Arcane looks gorgeous. Like I don't want them to change it either.
Dragon's Dogma got one that looks the same. Dragon Age is getting one.
Yeah.
Just to really nail in the point. But like, yeah, I'm so afraid of them ditching the style for like something objectively way cheaper, which is the Castlevania art style. That's why they do it for every show. So yeah, hopefully not.
That's fair.
What'd you
can I
think
go
of
through
them?
some of my notes here?
Yeah.
I said I've been waiting years for Vi and Jinx to just chill. One of the most aggravating parts about the show is just like how emotionally incompetent the two of them are. And my favorite thing, and the thing that brought me back into enjoying Arcane, is the fact that they are now friends again. And I have a feeling they're not going to be. Can we talk about the ending?
Yeah.
Because the second they introduced that girl, I was like, that bitch gonna die.
The second she dyed her hair, I was like, aw, she's dead.
Oh, she's so dead.
Dude, I'm getting so many comments of people being like, oh, like, what happens to Isha, which is her name? Like, what happens to Isha is gonna break your heart. I don't know. You didn't see that coming. She didn't even say a word. Also,
the
like,
second that Jinx, when I hang around you, it's like I'm wearing glasses. I can't tell if it's like I'm blurry or like if it's making it blurry or better. I'm like, dude, gone.
I was like, sounds like you need better glasses.
Yeah, fucking learn your prescription, bitch. No, she's gone. And I was like, I knew that she was gonna be gone because things were going too well for Jinx. And I think I don't know League of Legends, but Jinx is like she's crazy, right? And if like she's got like a little sister, a dad in Warwick, and a sister in Vi, things are going too well.
Yeah, she has a stable family unit.
Yeah, like they'll support her. They're like, Jinx, she's quirky, but like fucking we love her, you know?
Yeah.
And then, but like, wow, does the end of that episode absolutely brutalize Jinx? Holy shit. Like fucking, not only did you lose dad, but you also lost your little adopted child that you've had for a year.
I know. I don't know. Do you think they're both dead?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the 3 hex cores. First off, why does Isha have that many hex cores? Why is this child walking around with little nukes in their pocket?
She stole them from Jinx.
That's what she did.
And I like
Wait,
that.
no. She stole them from.
Well, yeah.
From Victor. Or no, she went into like the weapons cache and she got a bunch of them, right?
I like that she just like overloaded it.
Yeah.
Which is funny because she's like, I'm about to do some fucking sicko shit, and then it just explodes
It's
in her
just
eye.
her running around with a grenade in like fucking in like Black Ops and just like waiting for somebody to shoot her next to them and just like, well, martyrdom.
Yeah. She's cooked. I think she's dead. I hope she's dead because I think it'll be more interesting than if she's not dead.
There's really no reason to keep her around.
Yeah, no.
You know, I'd be like, I hate to sit here and condone child death, but like, from a plot perspective, it's a better move here.
If someone's going to like, if you death bait me, I almost said date Beth me. Beth, if you date me.
Yeah, Beth, understand what you're signing up for.
But if you death bait me, I'm always gonna prefer them to just actually die. That's not me being like, oh, the second Isha showed up, I wanted her dead. It's like literally any character, like a Nosuke, when he got stabbed with the poison. Even though he's my favorite character, I'm like, he better die. Yeah. He better fucking die. You already like made me cross the line.
I am right there with you. I think it's like, I think Vi and Jinx are kind of like destined to not be friends with each other.
Yeah.
And so that's like, unfortunately, the way I believe it's going to go. My question is, how did Mbessa get out of the electric net?
I don't know. Someone cut her out, maybe?
Kill her. Oh, she's being zapped. She's stuck to the...
Just beat her to death.
Stab her in the neck. Like, hey, you can't move, and you're trying to take over this entire world, and all of the wrong of this world is being tied back to you. Jugular.
That's so true.
It's like when Sai knocks out Kabuto in Naruto and then doesn't tie him up, and everyone's like, well, why didn't you tie him up? And he's like, well, you know, he probably would have broke out anyways. Stab him.
Yeah.
Stab him in the neck. Outside of that, did you notice they were playing a Chinese song while
I did notice that.
Yeah, while Vander was being dismantled, and I was like, that's how you get the League of Legends real fans to watch right there.
That's
baby.
how you pander.
That's how you pander.
Yeah, nothing spells. I already fucked it up. I was gonna say you can't spell pander without ander, and you can't spell baboo without Vander.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude, get it together. My God. Who makes League of Legends? Is it Tencent? No, it's Riot Games. Okay,
Riot
so it's not even a
Games
Chinese
owned
company.
by Tencent.
Gotcha.
Yep.
They own everything.
Yeah, they do.
China is surpassing us in all measurable facets. Who gives a shit? Fucking, I'm moving there anyways. And then I said brutal unfolding of events for Jinx specifically, but that's all I got from Arcane.
What'd you think of it? Like, score-wise.
7-6.
Well,
It's pretty. I like the characters. It's a well-written story. It's just so much. Like, I wish we would focus on one of the, like, if we spent this entire season focusing on two of the characters, I would find it more compelling. I don't give it, like, when we cut to Mel, I don't care. I just don't care when we cut to Mel. It's like, I don't need to know. It's like when Game of Thrones was ending and I was like, I want to be focused on fucking Khaleesi and Jon Snow. And they're like, are you wondering what the Onion Knight is up to right now? And I was like, no, I'm actually not at all wondering what he's doing.
You're insane. You're the only person who has that Game of Thrones opinion.
Oh, the last couple of seasons when they were just like, oh, fucking, you wondering what the guys from Iron Islands are up to? Fuck off.
I feel like the best part of Game of Thrones is that you're covering an entire globe.
I'm not saying that that's not the best part of Game of Thrones. I'm saying the way that it was executed in the later seasons.
Oh, yeah, it was executed bad, but like, I think part of its bad execution was that they were like narrowing down on just a couple of people and made it feel more simplified. I don't know. I mean, I like how expansive Arcane is.
Yeah.
It's the fact that we have these last 3 episodes looming. That's
my thing.
I'm like, this is not going to be satisfying.
My ranking is taking that into account.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I know the next 3 episodes are not going to wrap up everything I'm curious about.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a bad day. It's gonna be a bad day. Also, one more note was it's about time we started getting these blue-haired liberals. Because remember when the fucking Ambessa's like right-hand man like pulls off somebody's helmet and is like blue hair,
just beats the shit out of
him, and I was like, oh my god, that is fucking that's Trump's America if ever I've known it. But yeah, so I mean it was fine. It was good.
Yeah.
Dandadan was better, but Dandadan didn't drop 3 episodes. So
yeah, that's fair.
How about you? What are you ranking it? Give me a real ranking. Don't pander.
I don't know. I want to pander.
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare fucking pander. We're 2 hours and 10 minutes into this podcast. No one's going to hear this.
11?
11? It's not the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I'll give it like around in like hovering. I like it around hovering an 8. I mean, I'm a big League of Legends fan, so the Warwick stuff was sick.
Yeah. I thought Warwick, Vi, and Jinx have been the most compelling part of those 3 episodes.
Well, I like the Jace shit right now. Like, all that's very interesting and compelling to me. The thing really holding me back is the fact that I am developing a self-defense mechanism where I'm like, I don't want to get too excited because I'm kind of prepping for letdown with there's no way they can wrap this up satisfyingly with 3 episodes. Like, what I loved about the beginning of the season and the end of last season is Ambessa showing up, is the Hex Core getting more complicated. I love that they were expanding it in such a natural way, and I love that like Noxus is invading. There's a lot of politicking.
Yeah.
Caitlyn is becoming like a fascist. It was becoming so expansive, and I hate that like they did that only to like grab all their pieces and like scrunch them back in.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like nervous. I'm like, I don't want to give this a high score because I'm really, really genuinely afraid I'm going to get let down in the last 3 episodes when they just like wrap it all up.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
All right.
Anyway.
Let's get to our best boy.
What's your best boy?
My best boy this week is Balatro.
Fuck off. You don't know what Balatro is.
I'm literally the day one Balatro fan. How fucking
You don't know
dare
what the fuck Balatro
How fucking
is.
dare you?
What's Balatro?
You want to know what Balatro is?
I'd love to.
It's a roguelike poker game where you play a bunch of cards.
Don't look at your phone.
And you...
Don't read from your phone.
You got health, maybe, I think.
I don't know.
There's probably points, I think. No. But my best boy is Balatro because you're being yelled at about it. But the Game of the Year nominations.
The Game of the Year anonymous.
Apparently, I'm at 2 hours and 10 minutes. The brain goes out. You too. The games were Shadow of the Erd Tree, Black Myth Wukong, Balatro, Astro Boy, which I never played.
It's awesome. And then Metaphor Refantasio, which is like Persona. It's like made by the Persona people.
Fucking gotta throw a JRPG in there to keep the fucking weebs happy.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna win?
think. I don't know. It's really tough.
It's Black Myth Wukong.
I think it's Black Myth.
If there's a good Souls-like released in a year, it's that.
Elden Ring.
If they give it to a DLC, listen, I'm not gonna
Well, that's the thing. It'd be Elden Ring if it wasn't a DLC. I don't know if they're not going to give it to a DLC. And a lot of people didn't think Black Myth Wukong would get nominated because there's a bunch of like China controversy surrounding it.
Yeah.
And like sexism allegations.
Oh, like from producers or
from the developers.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, yeah.
I was gonna say it's about a monkey. Yeah. It's about a monkey fighting other monkeys.
Yeah, but like, so I like people didn't even think it'd get nominated, and now it's nominated, and so yeah, it does seem like the obvious pick, but it's interesting.
Shadow of the Erdtree was like a 70-hour DLC though.
Yeah, that's why I feel like if Shadow of the Erdtree wins. I don't know. It's like if it wasn't a DLC, that's the only reason I'm not like hard pressed.
I would have given fucking Witcher Blood and Wine the fucking Game of the Year nomination. Like all of the DLCs that dropped for Witcher 3, I would have been like, oh, throw those in there as well.
Yeah, I agree.
But this is probably the first time a DLC's ever been nominated.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, Balatro probably didn't deserve to be in there above Space Marine 2. Or fucking
Helldivers, which also took the world by storm.
Which had the highest ever amount of continuous players, and some reason I'm like, yeah, they did a couple of nerfs, and a lot of people left the game, but like it's now got a very continuous fan base.
Yeah.
No. So Balatro and whatever the JRPG one being over those is fucking nuts to me. Do you have a best boy?
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
I'll say my best.
Liars dies.
Yeah, Liars dies.
Play me again.
Come on down to 32 Church Street and play me in Liars Dies.
I don't know your address by heart, but every time I get so nervous. I get so nervous.
That's part of one of the places I've lived.
But I feel like that's a really good testament to your improv skills.
That I can't. But I'll do Metaphor Refantasio is my best boy because I started playing it in Yosemite.
What a shill.
Yeah, I've been playing it. It's fun. It's like a Persona game, but about racism. It's like, it's interesting.
Japan did a racism?
Well, we gotta unpack my answer to that.
Okay, cool. Good.
It's like, you're like an Elda, which I hate because it reminds me of Eldian.
Okay.
But like, you're it's in fantasy time period.
Oh, it's fantasy racism.
Fantasy, yeah.
That Japan does fantasy racism. They never addressed it.
No. But it's like in a fantasy world, and everyone has like horns, and you're an Elda, which is a heterochromatic race without horns. You just look like what we think are humans.
Gotcha.
And everyone's super racist to you. They don't even want to let you in their fucking restaurant. They're so racist.
Yeah,
to
like
you.
fucking come back here when you grow a pair.
Grow a pair. And there are monsters. What's really interesting about it is there's these monsters that they're based on Hieronymus Bosch paintings. Yeah, look up Metaphor Refantasio, Hieronymus Bosch.
Hieronymus?
It's whatever you're thinking, you're wrong.
I'm using voice to text. Hieronymus Bosch.
Good luck, voice to text.
Amos Bosch. You know what? It was pretty close.
Yep.
It was pretty close.
But all the monsters are based on his artwork, and they're all called humans, which is very interesting to me. I haven't figured out why those are humans, but it's like a story about this, like, the king has died and the rightful heir is like under this like coma spell.
These are dope as hell.
They're very cool. But the rightful heir is under this coma spell, and the guy who killed the king is like trying to become the new king.
Look at this guy.
It's Hieronymus Bosch.
What a fucking dude.
Let's go. Boschi. But yeah, it's very fun. It's been good. If you like Persona, you'll like this. A lot of people have said that it's like as good, if not better than Persona 5, but with a lot of the fat trimmed because it doesn't take place in a high school.
Yeah.
So it's not a bunch of like mundane high school shit.
You don't have to go to fucking physics.
Yeah, it's more expedited. So like I am excited that it got nominated for Game of the Year because it's a new IP. It's like indie-er, it's anime, so it's good that like it's getting some recognition.
Cool. Do you have a flashback?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do.
Oh, I do.
I have to
Remember?
think about Kaido news. God damn it.
Al Qaeda? No, don't. We're not doing that bit. We're not doing that.
I don't know how to spell Al Qaeda. God damn it.
Oh, fans of Hirokoshi's My Hero Academia are likely familiar with the pro hero Best Jeanist. Listen to me, don't look up Al-Qaeda news.
Al-Qaeda on BBC News is a whole ass topic.
Yeah, I bet. It's like a huge world issue.
Oh, what happened on 9/11? About to find out. A plane hit a building. I don't know what. Actually, two planes hit two buildings. Like an article done.
I love the idea of like being at like Spotlight News, and it's like, sir, you'll never guess what happened yesterday. A plane hit a building. Snooze. Tell me what happened to the Spice Girls.
Who is Jennifer Lawrence dating right now?
Fans of My Hero Academia are likely familiar with pro hero Best Jeanist, a character. I'm doing the news.
Okay, sorry.
This can become Al-Qaeda news so quick.
Oh, cool. Live decapitation.
Where character who wears denim jeans from his pants all the way up to his nose. What fans may not know is that Best Jeanist is an actual real-life award given by the Japan Jeans Council every year since 1984. Within the series' canon, Best Jeanist has won the award for 8 years in a row. Fiction has become reality as the Fiber Hero character has received a real-life Best Jeanist Special Contribution Award for the 41st Annual Ceremonies Council Selection Division on November 14th in Tokyo. Best Jeanist is now officially Tokyo's Best Jeanist.
I need to see who has won the Best Jeanist award.
That's true.
Best Jeanist Award 2023. For the second year in a row, actor Maisaki Suda and Miyuki Akita were revealed to be winners again for the general selection. Suda was unable to attend the 2022 award ceremony due to parthenoiditis and finally attended for the first time today. You know what? Fair.
Show me the
I
jeans.
would also miss it.
Show me the denim.
It's just people wearing denim by the looks of it. But let's see. Yep. Believe it or not, you know what? I'm gonna say it. The award looks kind of sick.
It better be pants.
It's not pants. Fuck, that's a way better idea.
What? It's just a big plaque.
It's like a big plaque, but it looks like it's made of fabric.
These are just people wearing jeans.
They're just people wearing jeans.
They're just wearing jeans.
Yep.
You know what's funny? This news really helps bring to light why he's called Best Jeanist. Because until now, I didn't get it. Best Jeanist isn't a phrase anyone says. It's not a pun. But in Japan, Best Jeanist is a real award.
Yep.
So it's based on that.
And he's based off that incredibly prestigious award.
Yeah.
That brings us to Love Letters, ladies and gentlemen, where me and Danny pull our live audience for a question we answer here live on the podcast. If you guys want to watch the podcast 2 days earlier, interact with me and Dan as we film this pretty little podcast of ours, you can become a member over on Patreon and not only get our podcast 2 days early and watch it live, but also get 2 hours of additional Nick and Danny content every single month. After this, me and Danny are ordering a little bit of a treatums, and we're going to go watch Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Hudat asks, what is the best gun in anime?
I don't know. Every week, Hudat asks what the best anime gun is. I can name maybe 2 anime guns. I didn't want to do this.
What are the 2 you can name?
Fucking... I can't even name those.
You can't even...
Death the Kid, Ebony and Ivory, is that what they're called?
Absolutely.
All right.
Those are an iconic 2-pistol set.
That's 2 guns.
What about all the guns from Attack on Titan? The one that Gabby uses to decapitate Eren? The anti-Titan rifle?
Just a musket?
It's basically a recoilless rifle. It's sick as hell.
Oh yeah, what an iconic anime gun. I'm gonna be Trigun's titular Trigun.
Yeah, his 6-shooter. That's a very cool gun. You have Alucard's dual pistols in Hellsing.
Yeah.
Those are great guns.
That's pretty good. Those are good. It's always dual pistols. Name me a not dual pistol.
Revi from Black Lagoon, dual pistols.
Okay, hey,
Kid, dual pistol.
Now do the prompt, idiot.
I'm trying to prove your point, Dan. But if I could give my answer, favorite gun in all of anime, mine from Akame ga Kill's emotional rifle.
What is an emotional rifle?
She has a gun that's the size of Marcus Phoenix's chainsaw gun, and the more emotion she has, the stronger the gun. So if she's in danger and she feels fear from danger, her shots get even more powerful.
I feel like there's never an instance where you're not feeling emotional pre-shooting somebody.
Well, if she's like miles away, she doesn't feel fear. So like her snipe isn't as powerful.
Right. Interesting. So it's a shotgun.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
Or just
interesting.
like she's got to get real fired up.
Yeah.
You got to put like a gun to her head, and it's like, if you miss, I'm going to blow your brains out.
I love the idea of someone running around with 2 guns, one to their own head and one.
This is how I keep it rolling here,
He's
baby.
like, don't scare me.
Don't scare me. Or do scare. Actually, do scare me. Scare me. I'm scared. Yeah.
I'm scared.
You have no answer.
I don't even really like Death the Kids.
The
I like him
X-axis
using
weapon
them.
in TYPW.
Oh yeah, my favorite show, Twibwa.
You love Bleach's third core.
Tybwa.
You're a big third core fan.
Give me more guns. I don't watch shit with guns. Are you kidding me?
Oh, Gun Gale Online? Gun Gale Online Alternative?
How could I forget?
The pink
Gun
P90?
Gale Online.
The
of
pink
course.
P90?
God, you're stupid.
Simone's sniper rifle?
Simone?
Simone from Gun Gale Online? Come on.
What else? Trunks's sword gun.
Trunks' Glock. Yeah, the drink. The drink's Glock.
Yeah.
Oh, Genya's sawn off shotgun?
I was singing that, but I don't care.
That's kind of iconic.
There's like no guns in anime.
Just say Death the Kid's pistols.
I guess it's pistols.
You are swimming upstream.
I guess it's pistols.
It's Death the Kid's pistols.
I don't like when they're people.
So you like them as guns?
I like them as guns.
Okay, yeah. That's fair. That's very fair.
I like him. I don't like the gal.
That's very fair also. I mean, he's got good bits.
Yeah, he's funny.
It's all about,
awesome.
like symmetry, but it's guns. They got different sized boobs.
That whole show is just disorders the power system. He's got OCD.
Mm-hmm.
What did the Black Star has ADHD?
Yep.
The main kid, what's the main kid's name? Soul Eater.
Soul bad guy. Soul bad guy is his name. All right, guys, we're almost 2.5 hours into this podcast. Thank you guys so much for checking in with us this week. I've been Anti-Hammer23, also known as the Weeb Commander. This has been Otakus Anonymous. Dan, you got anything to say to our adoring fans?
No.
Cool. Bye. We love you. Mwah.